Zoe mama, I go relentless. What up, Zoe? Relentless. What up, Zoe? Relentless.
Shut the fuck up, Clyde!
Except Trey.
They're relentless!
What happened?
I always, because it's sort of new, they're relentless, and I'm used to doing the gunshot at another time, so I was.
Oh, you glitched.
I was almost trigger happy, but I controlled myself.
Not trigger happy.
Can't be trigger happy with the sound effects, you need them right. But relentless, we here, right? Weekly. How we doing, weekly gang?
We finally made it. We'll see. We're on a streak.
Yeah.
This is second episode.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. I think this is a good streak so far.
We're doing
People
great.
should be impressed. We're doing a good job.
Doing great, guys.
Everyone, welcome to episode 10 of the Relentless Diaries.
Get it together.
Fuck it. I'm your main host. Oh my God, and I cursed. YouTube, Jesus. Sorry. I'm your main host, Zoe. Here with the two guys.
It's Goody in the hoodie like A Boogie. It's your boy Trezor, a.k.a. him Hardaway, a.k.a. him Tebow.
Okay, a little something. Mr. Flying Jiggy, Clyde Smitty, podcaster, rapper, actor, make the money come faster, critical thinker, hell of a drinker. I tried to compete with him today, and it was bad. Oh,
What the fuck?
I had one.
Yo.
I did it when Russia was here. I remember the one I tried to hit there. But
You're
it's
giving
okay.
low vibrational. You're giving
Too much coffee.
high vibrational.
Too much coffee.
Y'all need to just
Critical thinker.
swap each other.
Hell of a drinker.
Pause.
Articulate nigga, critical thinker, hell of a smoker, and a bit of a drinker. That's what I was going.
Yeah, that's a bit better.
That's a bit better.
Yeah. My bad. You got to hit it on the first one. For
Yeah,
the
I wouldn't necessarily call you a hell of a drinker.
I wouldn't call you a hell of a drinker either.
Sorry, it was a bit of a drinker, hell of a smoke. Oh yeah,
We'll try again next week.
We'll try,
We're
yeah.
weekly, so
This is what
you only have 7 days
Give
to
me
get
some
it together.
grace. Give me some grace, guys.
Anyways, jam-packed episode this week. We have a new Actually, it's funny because I was at a party this weekend. It was a long weekend here in Toronto, and I was at a party, and one of my friends was like, yo, you guys need to start doing like a Ask the Cast, like get people to write in situations that you guys can either provide like advice on or like, commentary, or like people ask us questions and we provide our takes. I was like, okay, cool. So if you follow me on Instagram, or you follow the pod on Instagram, which you should be if you're listening, I put up a story today. Tresor also put up a story just asking some of our followers and audience to send us some stuff. We did get a good amount of responses. We won't talk on all of them today. We'll keep a few in the tuck. We'll probably touch on 3. But we'll do that a little bit later in the episode, so stay tuned for the Ask the Cast segment.
See if we did your topic.
Yeah, exactly. But on to bigger and greater news. LeBron James is out.
Wow, you wanted to do that off?
Yeah,
top,
we're going to do
right?
it off top because why not? I mean, it just happened. It's fresh. We'll do our little sports segment since some certain people like to enjoy the sports talk, but LeBron James is out of the NBA Finals. As I predicted, as I've been saying since game 1 that Denver was going to win, and I called the sweep from game 2. You want to know why I called the sweep from game 2?
Because
when did you do
LeBron's
that?
team sucks.
Well, that too. And my thing is, people are like, oh my God, Zoe, you're a hater. You're a LeBron hater. You don't know ball. You're new here. You don't know the king. You don't know the NBA script.
You are a LeBron hater.
I wouldn't say I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm not a LeBron fan by any means. I'm not a LeBron hater. But what I will say is this loss is not on LeBron, right? LeBron
At
is
all.
38, who put down 40 points yesterday.
40-point triple-double almost. I think he was
Almost
rebound.
triple-double.
He was a rebounder assist
And
guy.
played the whole.
And played
first
literally
half.
the whole. I think he played the whole 48 minutes. I'm not even joking. But
And he had, he had 25 or 30 in the first half.
he had
like
30 in the
30,
first half.
30 in the first half. If I don't know what more a man could do.
Well, he can't.
It sounds like it might have been the last game we may have seen him play.
That's
I
cap.
think that's bullshit.
That's super cap.
That's
Because he
super,
already
super
done
cap.
said he's not retiring until Bronny's in the league. So
He's changing his tune now.
that's cap. That's never gonna happen.
I don't think so. He's not going out without a goodbye tour or like a farewell season.
And he's still playing at way too high of a level. It's just it doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
But I also don't think LeBron's the type to retire when he's not playing at a high level. Like, I don't think he's going to push himself to, like, dwindle down and still be in the league. Like, he's going to stop when he knows he's not be able to put up 40 in a game anymore.
But if he wants to play with Bronny, he'll kind of have to go through what Jordan's on the Wizard era. Like, you know, like I kind of...
Not necessarily.
He'll be like 41, 42.
No, I think Bronny will be in what draft class?
But let's be realistic
If
about by the
he's one
time
and done.
Bronny actually gets to the league.
I don't
and
know,
stuff.
bro. It depending how Bronny plays, he could be one and done. He probably won't be like a high first round pick. But even if he's a low first round pick or a high second round pick, and he's on a squad in 2 years because he's going to USC
And that's
Right.
40,
next year.
41-year-old LeBron.
No,
That's
it'd be
that's 40.
He's 38.
That's 40.
He's 38, so he'd be 40.
By the end of the season, he'd be 41.
Yeah. He'll be
Yeah.
41. Yeah.
But look at how he's playing at 38.
Yeah.
It's not like he's
But
on the
38 and 41
decline.
is a difference, especially in
Yeah.
athletic terms.
I think it looks like right now, and then Jordan on the Wizards, like 20, 22 a game. Like you may not even be the best player on your team,
Yeah.
but like you're there. You're still somewhat like of an all-star, but not like he was all NBA this year again. Like he won't be all NBA when he's 40.
He was an All NBA one.
Third team.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say not the first team.
No, but still,
No.
he's still all NBA.
It's true, because I mean, that quote that he said that he thinks he's better than 90, if not 95% of the NBA. That's still true.
I believe that. Yeah.
Like that, there's nothing against that. But I'm saying that also this NBA script that everyone's talking about, right? Oh, people were you know how many men were in my DMs like, you don't know what you're talking about. The script is not going to allow a finals without Bron. I'm going to say it here first. I don't think the NBA cares about LeBron anymore. And when I say that is they're already looking for the new face of the NBA. They know LeBron is on his way out in less than 5 years. I don't think they care to have LeBron James in the finals anymore for ratings. They're already trying to shuffle and do things to figure out who the next face of the NBA is going to be. Because all the top teams with all the superstars are not even in the finals. They're definitely, if there is a script, which I don't really necessarily think there is, they're not doing it to have NBA or LeBron ratings in the finals. It's not.
I'm sure they would love to have LeBron in the finals, but it's not a necessity.
I also
and
think
they got swept, so obviously it's not a necessity.
I also
Yeah,
think they
but-
can get their ratings with LeBron when he breaks awards, or you know when he has this guy pull up to the game, or when it's like this rivalry that he's rekindling with a player that he's had a bunch of playoff series with. Like ESPN loves that man off. Like
Right.
they'll be there anytime he takes a shit. Pretty
But
much.
I don't get the whole script thing, as in like at the end of the day, you
And 8
could try
seeds in
and
the finals,
you could try and position anything as much as you want, but at the end of the day, the players have to score the baskets
Yeah.
to win or lose the game, no matter how much any outside forces try and force anything. So
Yeah.
you can't really control anything.
Yeah. No, I
So-
agree. And I think, this whole like script thing, I don't think it's real. And I also want apologies from all the men who were trying to tell me that I don't know shit and I'm new here and all this stuff. Because I mean, like I said, I knew from game 2 they were going to get swept. If AD scores 40 points and you guys lose, if you guys have a 90%, or if you guys have a lead 90% of the game and you still lose, which was game 2, the sweep was already there. It was already written in the stars. So, I mean, all I know is my favorite player didn't get swept. So,
Who's your favorite player?
Steph Curry.
Oh.
But he's out.
That's fine. He's out, but he didn't get swept.
I don't know.
And
See, this
he
is the-
dropped 50 and still didn't lose.
See, this is the whole like Jordan.
Don't make your face like that.
This is the whole like Jordan LeBron thing. It's like the
gets-
LeBron's gone to the finals 6 times and lost, or 8 times and lost, and Michael Jordan went 6 times and won.
won.
Why is not making the playoffs
So
better?
yeah, so you're telling me it's better to get swept in the first round than to go to the finals and lose? Is basically what people are saying.
I think it's the worst.
You think it's
argument people
better
use.
to get
That's what
better
people
to
are
get
saying.
swept in the first
No,
round?
that's what people are saying in terms
No.
of that argument.
How?
Because Michael Jordan went 6 times and won 6 times.
Right.
LeBron has been to the finals like what, 8, 9, 10, 11 times or whatever.
And you're
11?
saying like, oh, he didn't get
Maybe
swept.
what,
He
8
didn't,
times?
Like
9,
Lost in the second
is it
round?
8 or 9 times? Because he's
I think
won
it's
4 and they lost. He
I think
lost.
it's 8.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
So he went 8, lost 4.
Right.
But he still went 8. So he's
Right.
been to the finals more. So just because he's lost, that's worse than not making it at all. Like Michael Jordan has lost in the first round, second round, bare times.
But he still won every time he got to the finals.
Yeah,
though.
but that's what I'm saying. So you're telling me it's better to lose at the 20-yard line than to get to the 90-yard line and not score the touchdown.
this is the narrative that majority
That
of
makes
fans
no
love
sense
to
to
use
me.
with LeBron.
That
and
makes
I never
no
understood
sense
Because
to
it.
me.
my thing is, if you're gonna get there, and if you are that good, then you shouldn't be the first to lose. Second
But
place
if-
is just the first to lose.
But
literally.
if you are that good, why aren't you there?
That's not true.
Like,
The second place isn't the first to lose.
That-
It's the
that-
people that don't make the playoffs. It's the people that get eliminated in the first round. They're losing
Second
before
place is the first to
finalist. It's the finalist.
so
It's
you'd
not-
rather not make the playoffs at all than go to the finals and lose?
no, that's different. Not make the playoffs at all is different.
So you'd rather lose first round than go to the finals and lose. That losing first round that's a bust of a season.
But Golden State didn't lose first round.
Second round?
Yeah.
If you're a championship caliber team and you don't make the finals, that is a bust. So you'd rather bust than go to the finals and
I'm
lose.
just saying my favorite player didn't get swept. That's all I'm gonna say.
But he's still sitting at home watching.
And he
them.
also broke a record. Okay, that's fine.
And he got
That's
eliminated
fine.
by LeBron.
But
That's
he is him
fine.
though. But you can't deny Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's still him. Like
There's a
you
lot
guys,
of other great arguments you could be pulling from.
like I'm not. You're never gonna catch me going against Steph Curry. It's not happening. I will try to twist every
love Steph
single
too.
argument, but you're not gonna hear me talking against Steph Curry. It's not happening.
D'Angelo Russell is terrible. Anthony Davis is terrible.
Ship them. Ship them off.
I
Do you-
don't know.
I think the league. Sorry, go ahead.
The reason that you know that the whole Lakers team, like the stars, are terrible besides LeBron is the fact that we are putting our faith in people that are not our stars to win our games for us.
Like Rui.
That's embarrassing. Austin Reeves was like the
that
second or
embarrassing,
third.
though?
That's embarrassing.
I don't know if I'm gonna call it embarrassing.
That's
because
embarrassing.
why are we not
Because
putting? But those players, I'm not saying they're not stars. Maybe
They're
they're
role players.
stars in the making.
the role players should not be the ones that we are looking to win the games for us.
So maybe we
when
should
our
stop looking
stars-
at. We should stop looking at them then less than. If I'm on a team and I'm proving that us, if I'm on a team and I'm proving I can give you 20 plus points a game, why are you looking at me like I'm not in the caliber?
Because
don't
in
play with me.
No, but because in this structure of the team, everyone on the team has a role.
For sure.
If you top three guys, your role is to be the stars of the team, then you are supposed to be that.
And the stars are AD, LeBron, and you're not gonna put D'Lo in there.
No, he's not a star, but he's a critical piece of that team.
No,
He
I'm
was
not
supposed to be. He was
Yeah.
supposed to be. That's what I'm saying. So if 1 out of 3 is completely like not even like his head is not even in the game, and then the second out of 3 will have one good game and then a terrible game and then a good game and then a terrible game, and then you're 7 foot in the corner shooting threes and you're under the basket taking layups off of 1 foot getting bodied in the air by Jokic. And we have to now look to Hachimura and Austin Reeves to save the day.
Tristan Thompson.
What are you
Tristan Thompson.
like? What like they had to put in Tristan Thompson to try and body somebody?
He
The
was
man
doing
who
better
has
than
not
me.
played a single game the whole regular season. And Anthony Davis is making $200 million for what? To get hurt. That's insane. Like it doesn't make sense.
$200 million, you know?
And I'm not like a blame the coaches type of guy, but I don't know what was going on in that game. LeBron scores 30 in the first half, and then the second half they stopped giving him the ball. How?
Yeah,
Why?
that didn't make sense to me. I don't understand what was going on with that.
But I don't know, man.
Man looked tired as hell.
Lakers.
Well, I mean, if you're 38 playing 40 minutes, more than 40 minutes.
You're 28.
If you're 28 playing 40, like you're tired. Fred
tired.
VanVleet was fighting for his damn life this season.
Like if LeBron scores 40 and you're up by 15 at half and you
21.
still lose,
They're up by as much as 21 yesterday.
then I don't know what to do. There's not like that's a team thing. Austin Reeves is playing his ass off. And he's a
Honestly,
role player.
The conversation should be more to like that Serbian guy is for real, man.
Oh,
that
facts.
that guy is for real.
Facts.
All the little like scoop behind
And
his
he
headshots he's
is
hitting.
absolutely, he's snubbed. And I think, well, if Denver wins, he has to get finals MVP. Like he has to.
I don't even
Depends
think
on
he
the
does.
series.
Did you see the last 2 series this man has put up, like the numbers?
It
and
depends
everything?
on the
Who?
series.
Like he's had a crazy playoff run already.
But Jamal
Nicola?
Murray,
Yeah.
That's
Jamal
my
Murray
point.
had
So
a really good series too.
I agree, but
So it just
also,
depends
but
who plays better in the finals.
I agree, but I think Nicola deserves finals MVP.
And you know the reason
If he
why
gets to the
That's not how it
finals,
works.
but if he gets to the finals and he's doing what triple doubles, you know, every game or whatever, why would he not be finals MVP? He
Depends
should have
what
been the
happens.
MVP. I know, but I'm saying if they get there and they win, and he's doing what he's been doing this entire playoffs, was putting up triple doubles regularly, then he should get MVP
Jimmy
because
might
he
have
should
to
have got. Well, yes. Also, Jimmy. I'm saying if Denver wins.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously. I'm not going to say give it to Jimmy or
that's
give
what
it to
should
Jokic if Miami wins. Like, no.
No, it's more just about the impact. Because remember that year that Iguodala won Finals MVP?
Yeah.
Steph was killing, but
That is
Iguodala had
facts.
more of the impact in that series.
Right.
He wasn't cashing. But it's more like I feel like I watching that series, I realized why Jokic gets so much triple doubles.
What is it?
Obviously, he has his court vision and stuff, but it's the rebounding.
Of course.
Nobody in the NBA goes for rebounds. When the ball, think about it. When the ball goes up, people are already running back on deep. No one boxes out. No one goes for a rebound. It's like if it goes in, it goes in. If the ball bounces off the rim, it lands at whoever it lands on.
Yeah.
Jokic tries to get rebounds.
Yeah.
That's why. Anthony Davis is at the 3-point line when the shot is up. You are the center. Nobody is on. Like, I watched 3 Nuggets players go up for a rebound and not a single Lakers jersey was anywhere in sight. What is wrong with them? Like, this team is so, like, I'm so disappointed in them. Why is Anthony Davis taking one leg floaters, layups, jumpers in the paint? You're going up with one leg. You are 7 foot, but you're not a big guy. And they're throwing him off and he's just dashing it up. I don't know about him, man. We need to revisit this Anthony Davis conversation.
Yeah. Top
Because
75 players
he's
of all
sitting in the
time. I
corner
don't know.
shooting threes, doing step backs. You have a 9'6" wingspan. You jump and the rim is right there.
That's facts.
Why are you taking corner threes? He pissed me off.
I mean, I don't know. I'm looking to see how they shuffle up these teams because the teams are going to get shuffled. Absolutely.
Kyrie.
The teams, you think Kyrie's going to LA? I mean, whatever.
I don't know. It really anything can
You think
happen.
that will save them though, for real?
No.
Oh, okay.
It'd be Hollywood. It'd be super LA.
For sure.
It'd be fun to watch.
Yeah. But that's what LA is. LA is fun to watch.
Hollywood, yeah.
People didn't want, like,
Showtime.
I feel like Denver, before we move on, we're just giving people 40 minutes of sports. Before
20 minutes on
20
sports to start. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Denver and Miami would be very, very, very good, high level competitive basketball. 100%.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Because it just probably
It sounds
seems
like it sucks.
Yeah, it sounds like
It
the
does sound like
epitome
it
of a bad
sucks.
matchup. and it's
100%.
like,
It sounds like on paper, it sounds like it sucks.
I love you
but
making the
it would
case
be
for it, 'cause you're
very
right.
good,
Yeah.
competitive basketball. Jimmy Butler is a crazy killer. Jokic is, triple double machine. Jamal Murray is shooting like he's never shot before, like he never tore his ACL. So it's going to be very great competitive basketball.
a
Does
good
it
matchup.
sound good? No. But Lakers is just hype. Like, Lakers in the finals just sounds great. Oh, my God, it's the LA Lakers. All the stars are going to be at the game. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be loud in the crypto arena. It's giving marketing. It's not giving crazy. Like, I'm not getting amazing basketball from the Lakers. It's not happening. It's not happening. And that's why they got swept. What?
Because
Trey.
D'Angelo Russell sucks. That's
Yeah,
why they
your team got swept. Get the broom.
That's why they got swept, because D'Angelo Russell sucks.
Anyways, moving on after our 20 minutes of sports segment. Let's talk about music a little bit, right? So, Jasor, you had your pitch for the top Rap Caviar released top 50 beats of all time.
Yes.
And I also want to talk about, it's, what day is it? May 23rd, 4th?
Third.
Today's May 23rd. We're releasing the episode May 24th. We are in the time of the year where when you live in a country where, summer is a very crucial time, people are already looking for the song of the summer. What's going to be in all the clubs, the day parties, what's everyone going to know the words to? Last year it was Last Last. I know you guys you don't want to admit it. But last year's song of the summer was Last Last. I know you don't like the song, but it was. It was played everywhere. Everyone knew it. Everyone enjoyed it. It was a great sample.
Was it?
Yeah. What do you mean, was it?
I feel like, and this is what I was going to say with our song of the summer type thing. Last was Toronto's song of the summer. Was it
I don't believe
world's
that.
song? Because people, like when you talk to a lot of Americans last year, they said "Wait for You" was the song of the summer.
I don't believe that either.
I'm just telling you what people told me. I'm not making it. I'm just
They're
saying,
playing Wait for You in the clubs and feeling and it's vibing every Wait for You?
That's what Americans told me, that Wait For You was the song of the summer last
Also,
year.
I made a statement about American DJs today. I'm not even getting into because to me, a lot of American DJs are just not giving what they think they're giving. I'm not saying all, a lot.
Hot take, UK has the best DJs.
I've never heard a bad UK DJ. I haven't heard many, but I haven't heard a bad one. So I will believe you on that because I haven't heard a bad UK DJ yet. But what I will say is, I think what most people will say that Last was the song of last summer, right?
I won't argue
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
It wasn't my favorite, but I won't
popular
argue
narrative.
it.
So now, also maybe like an honorable mention is Glorilla's "Fuck Nigga Free."
Okay.
It was. Maybe in the
For the girls.
for the girls, and I see niggas bopping their heads to "Fuck Nigga Free." They might not say the words.
Yo, bob to it, but I
they're
don't know if
bopping.
that's
I like some of
The same way men were singing "Real Ass Bitch, Give a Fuck About It." Like men were loving that song.
They were
I don't want to
singing.
hear it. They were.
Okay.
I'm not saying they weren't.
Okay. So now that we're May 23rd, song of the summer. I'm putting Taliban's on there right now. I'm also are we only doing one?
Sure.
Yeah, pick your song.
Okay, I'm going to but I do have honorable mention. I'm going to put Taliban's. I think Taliban's is probably going to be it.
Okay.
Especially if we get a Burna Boy remix, because Burna Boy's already co-signed the track. So if we get a Burna Boy remix, it might be it.
I don't know. I'm pretty firm on the stance that there really doesn't seem like to be a clear candidate for song of the summer. Like it doesn't seem like
I think Taliban's is a clear candidate. Have you been out yet? Like out at a day party?
and
Okay.
that's another thing too. Why I feel like my opinion on this probably isn't.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta go
I
out.
haven't been out too much
Yeah.
yet. But like. From a social media standpoint, from what I see, like the TikToks and everything that
Right.
like I see getting repurposed, that Pound Town song,
Oh no.
which I'm not like, I don't like, it's not my favorite song, but it's what
My pussy pink, my booty hole brown.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. And I see the music video getting reposted everywhere, so I feel like that seems like the clearest to me.
You think?
I haven't been out though either.
But
I'm working on
okay. The only reason why I'm gonna rebuttal that is because I've been out
you
and I haven't heard that song.
which would make sense. Like maybe it's not something
I've heard Taliban's every single time I've gone out so far. And that's why I saw a TikTok where guys like, yo, you guys are ruining it already because it's not
That's
summer
PK.
yet.
PK.
And we need to let the song breathe. And I get it.
See, but this is what I'm saying again. I don't think you're wrong, but I think this is a very Toronto Caribbean influenced answer. Do you think people in LA would say that
But I also
Taliban
think
is the song of the summer?
UK, well, thing is,
But it's the same culture.
Agreed,
Do you
agreed.
think people in Houston would say that Taliban's is the song of the summer? They probably have never even heard the song before. Do you think people in Atlanta would say that Taliban's is the song of the summer?
but that's okay, fine.
That's the thing. So it's
You're
like, are we
biased,
talking
Toronto-
about,
Toronto
if
bias.
there's like a little bias, and I don't think you're wrong, but it's like, are we talking about here, or when we say song of the summer, do we mean like hands down across the board? If we're talking across the board, I don't think there's a song of the summer yet.
Okay, Glorilla just dropped a sneak peek for her Slob on the Knob sample song of.
I'm
I
getting
don't know
sick
who
of
it
the
is.
sample song.
So am I. And the thing is, they're not even samples anymore. You guys are just rapping
They're
on
putting
old
their
beats.
verses
They're
on the same
taking
beat.
Like
the beats
you're taking the beat and just
and taking the cadence of the song, and
song.
just changing the words.
yeah, it's wild. It's very
Interpretation,
wild.
like, yeah.
But yeah, Glorilla sampled Slob, or not even sampled, is using the beat of Slob on My Knob for her track. People are saying, okay, we have a next song of the summer candidate. I don't think
I don't
that's
think
it.
so. Because even, I'm looking at the
But
Billboard.
I can see Americans getting down to that though,
Maybe. If it goes up.
and it probably.
I'm
will.
looking at the Billboard Hot 100 for this week, and none of these songs in the top 10 or even the top 15 or even the top 20, I'd be like, yeah. It's
That's
a
what I
10.
mean. There's no.
Okay,
clear-
what's the top 5 right now on Billboards? But
This is
Billboards
including
all-
everything.
Okay,
It's the first one is Morgan Wallen. So is it Waylon or Wallen?
I don't
It's
know
a
who that
country.
is.
It's a country artist. Number 2 is the Lil Durk and J. Cole song, and you know that's marketing. Number 3 is Miley Cyrus, Flowers. Number 4 is Kill Bill by SZA.
This podcast is for the niggas for sure.
I know, but I'm telling you that this is the Billboard Hot 100.
Yes, it is. Who this podcast for?
Rima and Selena Gomez, the Calm Down remix is number 6. I've never even heard the Selena Gomez remix.
Really? It's good. I won't lie. I'm not gonna hold you.
Number 7 is Creepin' by Metro and The Weeknd and Number 8 is 2C favorite song. Number 9 is a is it's a country song, and number 10 is a Taylor Swift song.
Yo.
So I don't think there's.
Billboard is so not indicative of like what's hot.
Yeah,
and
it's
popular.
really
That is
not,
true
man.
too.
That's
yeah,
like
it's
label
not.
games.
I'm not even really hearing
All those songs you just said, like I
Yeah.
That's like
never
label
heard of some of
games.
them.
But some of the like the previous songs of the summer, like the unanimous ones, were all like top of the charts or closer. They were in the conversation.
Like what?
In
Like-
the past years, what have been the last few songs of the summers?
Last.
Was Jimmy Cooks also last year, or was that the?
I wouldn't count
that
Jimmy Cooks'
summer?
song of the summer. No, I mean definitely got playtime for sure, but I don't know if it really qualified as song of the summer.
I'm trying to think what the. What
And I
was
feel
the
like
summer
it dropped
before?
a little bit late too, right? Jimmy Cooks dropped when the album dropped, June. Yeah, it was June. Honestly, never mind. Dropped.
The year before was Essence.
Yeah.
Man, that was
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that's what a song
That's
of the
a
summer is.
song
like,
of
you
the
know?
summer. Because
Nope.
Americans were killing
Americans were
Essence.
also killing last.
Yeah.
Like they were. Like I'm telling you, when
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
in the
yeah,
States,
yeah, they were.
and they were shouting out the Americans.
where all my
Don't come for
Africans
me.
at?
Where all my Caribbeans at? You know how many times I heard where all my Caribbeans at, and all you hear is it don't cost, and it's like really, this is not
Even
Caribbean.
from a
Damian
social media
Lillard.
standpoint.
Damian Lillard said that
What?
to my face.
What?
Said what?
Well, to someone else's face, and I was standing right there.
Said what?
Someone asked him, "Does he listen to dancehall music?" And he was like, "Yeah, I like Burna Boy." Verbatim, that's what he said. But that's not important. Anyways,
Damn like that, damn.
anyways,
Do you
he's
think-
American. You gotta allow him. They don't know.
No,
They don't know.
No, man. No, man.
They don't
no,
know.
No,
Damn, this
stop.
is why you don't win championships.
Stop. You're not gonna excuse that. That's not an excuse. There's no, oh, you're American, you don't know. No, man. Be fucking for real.
They don't know.
No, I'm
So I'll
not
allow
hearing
them.
that.
But I have the list for the 50 best hip hop beats of all time. Before I give you the top 10, take a shot in the dark of what you think would be on the top 10.
Who made the list?
Rap Caviar.
Okay.
So it's
Niggas
rap
in Paris
music.
has to be on there.
I know. I've
And what do you
heard. I
think?
heard other people break down the list, and I know it's outside of the top 10. I'm pretty.
Niggas
sure.
in Paris is outside of the top
I'm pretty
10.
sure it is.
I'm gonna read it. What
Hold
do you
on.
think?
What do I think is in the top?
10.
I think
Just one.
I hope that Shook Ones by Mobb Deep is in it. Part 2, sorry. I hope that Still Dre. That's probably a top 3.
Still Dre.
Still Dre is probably a top 3. I don't.
This is a list of all time.
Yes.
Niggas in Paris has to be.
It should be.
Do you know
I
how many
think it should
times Niggas in Paris was performed on that tour?
All right, hold on.
Like
Let
they
me-
performed that song like almost like
Hold on.
15
Well,
times.
Let me give you the top 10. From 10, I'll go
Hold
10
on. Do you have
up.
any more predictions? I like this.
If I just want to rock is on there, I'm gonna fucking scream. Even though that song, the beat is hard, I'm not gonna hold you. But if it's on there of all time, I might scream.
All right,
I'm
give
trying to
one more
think-
prediction. It might be hard to think on the spot. Once I read it, it'll start getting your brain going. All right, so number 10.
Oh, what's it? In the Club has to be on there. In the Club, what do you mean? No,
I'm
there's
thinking
no,
about if there's
In
more
the Club
iconic 50
beat
beats.
is an iconic
Hold on, let
beat.
me start and we'll go.
Okay, but even what's a good beat?
Let me start. Let me start.
Wait, what are you gonna say?
Let me start.
Because I feel
No,
like
once you hear it, it'll start changing your
I
mind
feel
on
like there are
things.
beats though that by themselves are really
Yes,
good and
that's
need
different.
the lyrics
And
attached
I think
to it.
In the
for it
Club
to
is
be
one of those. But let me read it first
Okay.
before we get into it.
Okay.
Number 10, Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On.
I can see it.
Okay.
I can see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beat's crazy.
Yeah, that beats
It's very unique beat.
that
Very
beats
unique.
crazy.
Number 9, I personally don't agree with this one, Sicko Mode.
I think that's a bit heavy-handed.
The second part,
It doesn't matter.
Either
Sicko
or.
Mode is
Either
not
or.
a
but
top
second
10
part is
beat
not
of all
better.
time.
If Niggas in Paris is not above that, then that's crazy.
And I think what he was gonna say is, and I kind of agree, it's like there's beats that are hard because of the song, but like if you just played the instrumental,
Yeah.
it's not that.
Get
Sicko
Your
Mode,
Freak On? You play the instrumental of Get Your Freak On?
Get Your Freak On is a
That
crazy
is a
instrumental.
banger.
Sicko Mode, if you just play the instrumental, you're not really rocking like
If
that.
there was a list
Yeah,
about
because Drake kills the second half with the lyrics.
well-produced songs or well-mixed songs, Sicko Mode would have to be
it
on there.
sounds really good, but I don't think okay. Number 8, Still Tippin', Mike Jones.
heavy-handed.
That is a really good beat, but I don't know if I'd say top
a bit
10.
much.
But that is a really good song.
Okay.
Number 7, All About the Benjamins remix.
I can see it. I don't
The
know.
remix?
Yeah.
I almost feel like Flavor in Your Ear should be ahead of it.
Number 6, Power, Kanye West.
No. Kanye's
I
got
don't
5
think so.
beats better than
Over
that.
than Jesus Walks?
The power.
Actually, hold on. Is Jesus... No one meant... No. I think I'm taking Jesus Walks over Power.
This is what you're talking about, though. Like, that's iconic. Like, you hear the hand claps from Power. You think of all the movie previews and everything.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of what makes
I'm taking
that...
all the lights over Power.
Right? Like, I feel like there's 5 Kanye beats that are better than the Power beat.
Yeah.
I'm taking Overnight Celebrity over Power.
I'd take
I don't
Slow
know
Jams.
about
I'm taking Slow Jams over Power.
Low-key, I would...
I'm taking If They
Power.
Know,
I'm
They
taking
Know.
Gold
over it.
Digger over Power.
No.
Okay,
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
Yes,
no, no,
I
no,
am.
I don't know.
I absolutely am.
That's a
The
bit
Gold
much.
Digger beat?
Okay.
No.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, you're right. Sorry.
Okay.
If I'm thinking just beat.
Just
no,
the
okay, just beat,
instrumental.
sorry.
You're
Okay.
thinking
Number-
Ray Charles sampled.
Number 5. Number 5, A Milli.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think
yeah.
so.
Absolutely.
No,
No,
yeah. A Millie's a
absolutely.
solid beat.
Could even
a Millie's
be
a
4 or
solid
3
beat.
if
Yeah.
if need be.
I don't think so.
Yeah. A Millie's a solid beat.
I think A Milli is a very basic beat that
It is
like the
basic.
song made it better.
I don't think so because every rapper had their own version of it. Like,
Yeah.
like by
It's
itself
a good,
was like
it's a
everybody
good
wanted a
beat.
piece of that beat.
It's
you
a
know?
good beat, but top 10, not top 5 of all time, A Milli?
It's like the most remixed beat of all time.
I don't think so.
Is it the most remixed
I don't know.
beat of
I don't know if
all?
it's one of them.
Oh,
It's for
Number
sure is.
4, Who Shot Ya? Biggie.
Heavy-handed, but it could be in the
I
top
don't
10.
agree either. Number,
But I feel like there's.
I'm taking
I'm
Hypnotize
taking. I
over
would say
Who
Hypnotize
Shot Ya.
over Who Shot Ya. Juicy, no. Hypnotize, yes.
I'm taking Hypnotize over Who Shot Ya.
Flavor in your ear.
Number 3, Grinding, Clips.
I knew that.
That had to be.
No.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know.
yes,
Top
yes,
3.
yeah.
Yes.
Top 3.
Yes.
Lunch tables were
Top
never the
3.
same, so it
Yes.
changed. It was
Top
culture.
3.
Like,
3.
That beat,
Nah,
top
guys.
5. It should be in the top 5.
that
Nah,
beat,
guys.
Should be in the top 5.
that beat is the epitome of like simplicity being amazing.
Didn't Pharrell
That
produce
is the
that?
most, yeah. That is the
Neptunes.
most amazing, simple beat ever.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
guys.
I think the most amazing simple beat next is probably on that list, and you haven't said it yet.
All right, number 2 is Shook One's
Yes,
Part 2.
exactly. I think
Okay,
that
you
that
were
is the
there,
best
yeah.
simple beat of all time because
I don't-
every single
it's that,
boom
you
bap.
think it's that simple?
Yeah, it's a 90s boom bap shit that every other 90s beat sounds like. But
That is
that's like
good.
the archetype for it.
And number 1, Zoe's trying to kill a fly.
Okay,
And he
Walter
missed.
White.
Okay.
God, sorry.
Number 1 is Still Dre.
Okay, we thought Soulja was gonna be on
could
there
do
with
that.
the what's it called? The piano keys.
Yeah.
Did Tony Stark do those pianos?
Tony Stark?
Iron Man had nothing
Not
to do
Tony
with it.
Stark. What's his?
The Avengers didn't do that. I know Still Dre's a great beat, but Scott Storch. Storch is what you're
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Storch, we wanna talk to you about the Avengers
Robert Downey
initiative.
Jr. Robert Downey Jr. did not produce Still Dre. I'm sorry.
We got her ass. Finally got her. She likes correcting us. We got her ass.
Oh my God! Where did that come from?
Weekly. Hey,
What did I said Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
that's funny.
Who is it? It's Scott Scorch.
Scott Storch.
Storch or Scorch?
Storch.
ST.
Yes.
The white guy.
Yeah.
Yes. I saw him in Miami, actually, at Ball Harbor.
Word.
That's crazy.
Why the fuck did I taste so?
Yeah. We gotta go.
Tony, I'm drunk.
That's crazy.
The fact that you guys both looked at me and said, "Who?" I knew right away. Like, yo, what? I just said the wild.
Tony Stark. That's crazy.
I love that it was Tony Stark that you said though. Not just you
It
didn't
was
like.
close though.
It was not like you messed it up or something.
It was close.
You said hold it.
Tony Stark, Scott Storch.
No. Tony Stark is a philanthropist, billionaire, arms dealer.
Jesus.
Scott Storch is a producer,
Yeah.
and one of them doesn't exist.
So now that you heard the top
Woo.
10, is there one that you didn't hear that you thought should be there? 'Cause
Niggas
I'm a
in
list,
Paris.
I'm a list from
I
20 to
agree.
11. I don't agree with Niggas in Paris.
You guys
I
are
don't think the
crazy.
Niggas in Paris beat by itself is that great of a
I
beat.
think so. I think so for sure.
What's 10 to 15? Is niggas in Paris in the 10 to 15 range?
Give me 15 to 10.
15, you mean 15 to 11. 15 is We Gon' Make It, Jadakiss and Styles P.
Okay.
That's a really good
That's
beat.
a
Yeah.
hard beat.
Number 14 is Niggas in Paris.
Okay.
I still don't agree, but
I
You
definitely.
don't think it should be top 15?
You're
I don't think
crazy, Tresor.
I don't think that.
So what else? Are
I'm
you,
saying there's other beats
that should be?
that should be above that.
Nah.
Number 13 is The Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
Okay.
That's like original. I think they just put that. Number 12 is Cream, Wu-Tang. That is a really good beat.
Okay, yeah.
And number 11 is None But a G Thing. I was like, yeah.
Okay.
That should have been higher, I think.
Yeah.
I'm putting that over
See,
grinding.
but number 19,
Yeah,
you're
that's
crazy.
You're wild.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah, I put
Over
that over
grinding?
Like,
That's not the beat, first of all. That's not a beat. You sound like a tribal African dialect.
I'm picturing Pharrell in the video where he's like, and I just like, yo. Anyways.
I'm making a
Anyways.
gif with your face side by side, Pharrell.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Look at that camera one more time.
See, but I think number 19 should be in the top 10.
Which is?
Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See,
Oh,
Busta
yeah,
Rhymes.
that should be in
Okay,
the
yeah,
top
that's a
10.
hard beat.
That's-
That beat should be
That's a
top
hard
10.
beat.
There's no way that Niggas in Paris is better than Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. No way.
I can see why someone would think that.
I
but
just love niggas.
Impossible.
Yo,
Let me
there's-
browse
There's a
the
beat
rest
that I
of these and
think.
see it. Number 22 should be top 10. Number 22 is Dipset Anthem.
Yes.
That's a hard beat.
Dipset
yeah,
Anthem's
yeah,
beat
yeah.
is
Yes.
insane.
So is In the Club on there?
No. Does not like
It is not in the top 40.
Damn.
March Madness is number 40.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Mask Off on there?
But Mask Off is
Nah.
34. Mask Off
Madness
is not.
better than, yeah. March
Mask Off
Madness
is
is
not
better.
better. Blow Money Fast is 35. I think that should be
Blow
higher.
Money
I think that should be higher.
Super hard beat.
BMF,
Super hard beat.
that beat is crazy.
Oh, I'm thinking Money to Blow.
Oh,
Next.
no.
Sorry. I'm thinking Drake and Birdman Money to Blow. Like, no way.
Okay, see, this one is the song is more than the beat. Number 29 is Dreams and Nightmares. The song is a great song.
Not really, man,
The
'cause
Dreams
it's the
and
beat.
Nightmares beat,
The
though,
beat is
The beat
not.
is what switches, though,
but it's the
right?
beat accompanied by Meek's voice. Like Meek makes it. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was
Not
finished?
really. Listen to that section without Meek's voice on it. It's like a slaps you in the face how big of a transition that is. You know,
I might take Sicko Mode over
It's
that.
not on there.
a beat that I bet
Some of
isn't
these-
on there.
The beat switch in Sicko Mode is crazy to me.
Probably the best beats.
Yeah,
switch,
but
Yeah.
okay. My hit up by YG is number 41.
My
should
hit
not
him,
be
my hit him.
way too heavy-handed.
Like, my name, no.
Number 43, I argue should
Wait,
be
is that
top
the
15.
is that the same song?
Yeah, it is. That's the clean version is My Hitter. They probably
No,
just didn't want to
I'm not doing that song, no.
Number 43 is Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. That should be way higher.
That should be higher. That
That's
should
an
definitely be higher.
insane
That's a
beat.
crazy
I
beat.
don't think it is. I think it's a great.
What?
I think it's a great Kendrick song. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Mad City is better. Mad City's instrumental is better than Niggas in Paris.
Like the
Okay, relax.
Yo,
on the
I'm-
niggas.
it is.
Yo,
That's
relax.
Mad City's
Relax.
instrumental is better than Niggas in Paris.
No, it's
bro.
not.
That the second half
Listen
of
to
Mad
listen
City.
to Mad City, listen to Niggas in Paris. But Niggas in Paris beat is
I don't
crazy.
know. This one, number
The
40,
bass is stupid.
number 44 is also slept on. Shawty Low, They Know.
Oh yeah,
That is a
Oh, yeah.
crazy
Oh yeah,
beat.
let me do something.
That should be way higher. You have to do this. That song is crazy.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, the rest of them are kind of whatever. Number 50 is Chief Keef, Don't Like. I get it for the time,
I'm
for the
putting
era.
I'm putting
Finito.
Finito first.
Yeah,
I'm
put
putting Finito
Don't Like.
over I don't
But
like.
yeah, I think one that they missed that I think is top 10 is Freeway, Jay-Z, and Beanie Siegel.
what's that
What they
called?
do? Is that what it's called? What
Might
we do?
rob me a person.
Even though what we do is wrong.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different beat.
No, that's the song.
Is it?
Because when my heat
If the
starts
heat
banging,
starts
my
banging,
heat starts- that
Yeah.
instrumental is crazy.
It is. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I always think of the girl in the Philly.
In
at
the-
the Philly
yeah, in the
games.
Philly-
Yeah.
And she puts the hood on and
have
that beat's crazy.
I have a beat that I don't think should be probably not even top 15, but somewhere in the top 20, maybe 30. Just because I think like everybody wanted this beat, like the Pound Cake beat. Remember how everybody had their own remix?
That beat was
Pound
hard.
Cake was a really
Pound
good
Cake
beat.
was a hard beat.
Fun fact about that beat too. I'm pretty sure Drake got Jay-Z's verse from another.
Yeah,
It
I
was,
heard that, right?
They
Jay
matched
Z's
that
verse
verse to that
wasn't meant like he
was
didn't
a
record
different
it on
song.
that beat, which I think is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I don't
40.
know. I'd be like, cause like that's kind of crazy because I wasn't flowing with this song. So you're gonna take my verse and put it on another song. What if I would have attacked this song differently? But also, I think another beat that was missed is "Pump It Up." Pump It Up beat.
Pump. You know what? This is gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I'm taking Fire over Pump It Up.
What?
Let me just don't
The beats?
Fire like the Joe Budden
yeah. Yo, but
Do you remember what the Pump It Up beat is?
Yeah, I'm taking that song still.
Zoe,
I'm taking that song. No, I'm
Pump
taking
It
it. I'm
Up?
taking it. Pump It Up, just like pump. I can't.
The
no.
Pump It Up instrumental? Come on.
But I think I'm taking Fire still.
I think that's crazy.
Don't stop, bucket to the rhythm. Yeah,
I think Just Blaze probably has the most entries as a producer on this list.
fair.
Yeah, he has a lot.
Because he makes them haymaker, like...
The beat to
Unique
Promiscuous Girl goes crazy. I know we're talking about rap songs, but the beat to
Yeah, that is
Promiscuous
a
Girl
good beat, yeah.
is...
Timbaland probably has a lot.
Timbaland has to have a lot.
Yeah.
Because Promiscuous Girl beat is dumb.
Who produced Take You Home by Bow Wow? That beat is amazing.
Jermaine Dupri?
Oh, what? That beat is insane.
Or whoever produced Remember the Time, Michael Jackson. That's something. That beat is crazy.
You think that's the best Michael Jackson beat? Remember the time? No, it's not even in like the top 5.
Yo,
I don't think
Remember the Time?
I don't think it's even in the top. It's definitely not top 3.
So what's better than Remember the Time? I'm not saying there's nothing better, but give me something you think like right off the top.
Strictly instrumentals. I'm saying Smooth Criminal is better than Remember the Time.
Fuck off.
Don't say it so aggressively. That's not how the beat goes.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh no, that's and are you okay?
Yeah. I think.
You think is better than?
I think so.
Yes.
Are you guys for real?
I think Rock With You is better than Remember the Time.
Okay.
And I think Thriller is better than Remember the Time.
No.
I'm going those 3.
I'm not. It's not better than. Are you guys crazy? Yeah, you guys are nuts. Remember the Time is a banging beat.
You know he used to sing the beats?
Of course he did.
He would like he would go in the studio and be like, I want the bass to sound like this, and he would hum it, and then they would layer and make a beat, and it would pretty much...
No. What am I saying? I'm sorry. No. Wanna Be Starting Something is the best Michael Jackson beat.
I'll take it.
I'm mad at
That one is crazy because like this, the more the song goes on, it just keeps adding layers.
Yeah, you're right. That's a bang.
one is
I'm taking
crazy.
that one. Oh yeah. That one is. Yeah, that's a.
That one is crazy. What's one that like is your personal like you think the beat is amazing, but a lot of people probably wouldn't share the same sentiment? Because I have one.
Oh, I think Promiscuous Girl. That beat goes crazy for me.
I think
Let me think.
Yeah.
Jay-Z has this deep cut on Blueprint 1 called You Don't Know that's produced by Just Blaze that I think is like probably should be a top 5. But
Is That Your Bitch? I love that beat. Jay-Z's Is That Your Bitch? The beat is kind of chaotic, but I love that beat.
Speaking of Jay-Z, I think Takeover should have been on there somewhere.
that Jim Morrison sample on that beat is
Takeover's
crazy. Yeah.
But for me, I think Kodak Black Skirt. I think that beat is so smooth. Like that beat just sounds like
Skirt.
the beat. If you remember the beat for Skirt, it sounds like you're floating in space.
Yeah.
Roy Woods has a crazy remix to that.
Skirt.
Yeah.
I like his remix though.
The beat for Skirt is crazy. Why are you making the songs sound like Joel Embiid is singing them? That's not how the songs sound.
That's how it sounds.
No, it's not.
Skirt.
He said you sound like Joel Embiid.
That's how. Why do I sound like Joel Embiid?
You don't remember what Joel Embiid? You never saw that video of Joel Embiid screaming? I just saw it recently. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Cause I don't like. Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. To me, it's like the skirt conversation or the skirt.
Relentless.
Anyways,
That's what I just sounded like.
Said you sound like you're in pain.
Hold
That's what
on.
he said.
You guys are fucking dickheads. Skirt.
Bitch, I'm done with you. Yeah,
beat's crazy.
Shout out my nigga Roy.
Oh. No, it's a good remix though. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah,
But
like, go ahead, yo.
that part always sits in my head. Skirt. Anyways, yeah, I think even like pop beats, to me, and I'll say this, I think Janet Jackson's All For You is the best pop song of all time.
I do not remember that song.
It's all for you. If you say
I'd
you
have to hear
need it, it's all for you. Oh my girls at the party, look at that body,
Oh, okay.
shaking that
Okay,
thing.
I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
That I think is the best pop song of all time.
Best pop
Really?
song of all
Best
time.
pop song of all time. I don't
Or
know.
it has to be top
I don't
3.
know. Off the top of my head, I feel like
Don't Google it, Chris. Think.
Pop
I'm
songs?
thinking off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I'm going "Toxic" by Britney Spears.
It is a bad.
That instrumental is crazy. Also, I'm going.
Beat it.
I'm
Like,
going-
what do you mean? Like,
Beat it.
Oh, no, he said you to beat it.
No, I'm saying like just take like a good Michael Jackson song.
Oh, I thought she was telling you to beat it.
Why are you telling me to beat it?
I don't know, because of that take. My second one,
That's so funny.
after "Toxic," I'm going "Holla Back Girl" by Gwen Stefani. That's a really good song. That's a really good song. For the time, that was the white girl elementary school anthem.
Because it had the it had the step, and people could step to it. That's what it is.
BANANAS. I learned how to spell bananas from that song.
Oh, you really? That's how you learn.
Yeah.
Definitely not the best pop song ever, but a pop song I think has a really fire beat is "I Kissed a Girl" by Katy Perry.
I like that song either.
I feel like the beat is very suspenseful.
But Katy Perry is a pop icon. I'm
Yes.
taking California Girls over I Kissed a Girl.
Same.
No question.
Yeah.
I'm taking Last Friday Night over I Kissed a Girl.
Even E.T.'s
Or
pretty crazy.
TGIF, for that song's called.
E.T. was good.
Kanye's.
E.T. and Katy Perry and Kanye.
How did that one go
You're
again?
an alien.
What's he say?
That's the
Rockets
song.
on deck,
You're
pockets on
so
Shrek.
hypnotizing.
Oh, I hate that
Tell
song.
me what's next, alien sex.
That's a song.
I mean, I know, but I don't like that song.
I think it was a good song.
I like this.
You know what song I hated that everybody loved? And it was like such a perfectly contrived radio hit, and I despised it, was B.O.B. and Bruno Mars. The,
Beautiful girl.
Oh, I hate that song.
Really? Oh, I hate that song.
Because it just sounds so like perfect as a radio hit.
It's gross. Yeah, I hate that song. I hate it.
They gave B.O.B. a lot of those.
Oh, that was a gross
Radio
song.
hits, I hate that. A recent one. Why you in the moon acting like you
Oh.
Oh,
really
that's
Was
did
that
it.
the Kid Leroy?
I think it was.
I think it was the Kid Leroy,
24
right?
karat.
Oh, 24K Golden.
What? Yeah. That's
Yeah, I didn't like that. But the Kid Leroy had one that I didn't like too. I can't remember which one it was.
the one with Bieber.
What song is that?
I don't know. I know his
But I
most
know what you
popular
mean.
song is one with Bieber. He has a song with YoungBoy too.
What do you think about what do you think about the whole Post Malone, like White Iverson
Appropriation. Cultural
phase?
appropriation.
Like, did you like White Iverson?
I love
He had
White
White Iverson and another one. What was the other one? He did one more. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. It was White Iverson because what Iverson is sussing. I'm sussing.
Yeah.
I'm sussing on you.
I feel like he low key. I feel like the White Iverson.
I never really cared for that song, to be honest. I'm not going to hold you.
I feel like White Iverson was white people's skirt. Like, I feel like it was the same. Like, the beat was like the same.
It was. Yeah, I can hear that.
He stole Kodak's whole flow, word for word, bar for bar.
I was never really into Post Malone. I'm not going to hold you. I never really liked Post Malone.
He had a couple joints.
Yeah, but that White Iverson one was not it.
What about
For me.
Congratulations with Quavo?
I really.
I
don't
was
like that
patient.
song.
Congratulations. No, I didn't like that one either.
Yeah. It's weird. It's
You
like all the
made it.
biggest songs.
That song I really did not like at all.
Because there's songs that went diamond that I don't really like.
Rockstar went diamond.
What's Rockstar?
I've been feeling my
Like a rock star.
They be like, "Yo, Savage, well, you got 15 cars."
Oh my god.
You haven't seen
Was
that
that the
Vine?
Green Day remix?
You haven't seen that? You haven't seen that Vine where they spliced 21 Savage's part into the Nickelbacks?
What's a song?
see it.
Before we move on from songs, what's a song that you think like had way too much impact than it deserved?
Oh, I have a great
'Cause
answer for this.
The
Way
song,
too much?
impact. The song,
I have a great.
the Ray Shremmons, that girl was a real girl.
Oh, the Black
please.
Beatles?
And we were all like
They got niggas to freeze.
in the clubs.
Black
The fact that song got people to freeze in the club,
And people were walking
People
around with a
walking around with
camera.
a camera, and people just like,
And then you're getting cheesed if someone messes it up.
Yeah, that
There's also
song-
one person I thought they were too cool to freeze.
that
Just
song
freeze.
had way too much impact for actually how that song wasn't good. Like, listen to that song by yourself, like in the car. That song is not good, but that song had so much impact for no reason.
My mom likes that song.
I think that might have been one of the first like trend like associated with a song
Before
social
TikTok.
media. Yeah, like
Because
it was before
viral
TikTok.
trends.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Viral trends. Yeah, that was on Instagram.
It was like the Harlem
It was
Shake.
that
Like
and
Beatles in the city. It was like, oh, yeah.
Black Beatles was before. Yeah, Black Beatles was before In My Feelings, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure was.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I think Black Beatles might have been the first one.
Do you remember that Harlem Shake trend? It wasn't a rap
Yeah.
song, but like that.
I
that
remember.
was annoying.
Harlem Shake to what?
It was the EDM song, the Harlem Shake Challenge. I have a fun fact. If you go on my YouTube channel and go all the way to the bottom, I have a Harlem Shake.
Harlem Shake. I don't remember that
video.
one. I only remember
And
the
do
one.
the Harlem Shake. Boom, 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 boom,
The Miami
boom,
Heat
boom,
have a
boom.
very like.
You don't
crazy
remember
I don't
version.
think I
Harlem
remember
Shake?
that one. No.
I have a low key like in entry for what you're talking about. You said impact, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just make that tangible for influence.
Okay.
And I'll never forget this, man. Last summer, we were all at Rolling Loud. You know, it was a great time. Future hit the stage after multiple gunshots and was breezing through his set. And he got to one of his deep cuts called Stick Talk.
That's yo.
Listen. This is the moment that I knew music was influential. Because he gets to the part in the song where he goes, what's he say?
I ain't got no manners for
From
no
those
slut.
sluts. And everybody in the
I will come
crowd,
up.
everybody in the crowd went like this. Everybody has done this because of Future.
Do you think Future's the reason that
Yes.
niggas?
I bring this moment up to niggas all the time and they go, I didn't do that until I heard that song.
I don't think
Future's
niggas
the
were really
reason-
putting thumbs in the butt until Future said, ew.
You want to talk about impact, influence?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Come on now.
Future's the
I
reason.
hope
now.
You remember when that dropped? When Dirty Sprite 2 dropped?
Oh, fuck.
The first.
That tape, I think that's I think that's Future's best tape.
I think so. But the first
Album, yeah.
the first 9 words of that album took
I
a
just-
brand to the next level.
That's true.
The first 9 words of the album.
I just fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip-flops.
And they were sold out everywhere. They were sold out everywhere. Cause I was trying to get a pair. And they were sold out everywhere.
It's crazy that rappers, or we can say rappers because we're rap
rappers.
listeners or hip hop listeners.
Will take a
It's
brand.
crazy that rappers will take a brand.
the
Or
next
rappers
level
will take a thing
and get no deal.
an action. Yeah, get no deal,
equity,
but
no
everybody.
deal.
When Versace dropped,
Oh, the African scammers had
the
a field
amount
day.
of people who just started wearing, niggas just started wearing Versace.
The African scammers
That's a
had a field
beat
day.
that could. Ooh.
Ooh, that's
a
a
beat that could be
solid.
in that
Versace
50.
was good.
Versace was a solid.
You know what was another one? I
Fight
think
Night.
Dior has to thank Pop Smoke for upping their brand. People weren't wearing Dior like that. And then Dior sold out everywhere, and to this day, people are still banging Dior.
Of course.
It's why Jay-Z's the GOAT when they said that they didn't like rappers drinking Cristal, and he was like, all right, we're going to make a different champagne brand to drink, you know?
Yeah.
And then
Jay-Z,
became a billionaire.
Jay-Z does that a lot. He tells people, Jay-Z and Drake, they tell people like what aren't cool
What to
anymore
do.
or what they're
They have a
off.
song literally all about
Off that. I remember off
ASAP
that.
Rocky used to do that too.
Tim's, we off that.
Chains, we off
Chains,
that.
we off
Yeah.
that.
When ASAP Rocky said fuck HBA or HBA on that weak shit, nobody rocked Hood by
I
Air
remember that.
anymore. Hood by Air was
That
on
was the
its
Tumblr.
peak,
That was the Tumblr days.
and then ASAP Rocky
HBA
said
shit's
fuck
weak, we keep
HBA,
that.
and yeah, HBA shit's we can keep that, and it's went vroom.
Remember when Jay tried to get everyone to wear Le Chateau outfits?
Or button ups and
Or
the
button-ups.
button ups and jeans.
Well, Kanye West has walking around with fucking
Suits, tuxedos.
not even
that's-
fucking lines in our blinds in our sunglasses.
I was
Kanye.
never a fan of that.
Kanye did
I did.
a lot of crazy
Glasses.
shit like that.
Kanye did a lot. Men were wearing pink polos because of Kanye. Men were wearing the glasses with the blinds.
Extra long tan shirts.
Extra long shirts, the
neutral
Middle
colors.
Eastern scarves. Oh my god!
Was that Kanye?
Yes,
Was that Kanye? I was
Yes.
never that guy.
yes, it was. Yeah, who was it then?
I feel like that was a
If it wasn't
Tumblr
Kanye,
days.
no,
thing,
that was
wasn't
Kanye West.
Or
The
no, that
Can't
was like
Tell
a
Me
white
Nothing
people-
video.
it? Wait, do you
Is
mean
that
wait?
the
Are you
first
wait?
video,
Are
though,
you
that-
talking about around the head or around the neck?
The neck.
I swear
Kanye-
Pharrell. I swear Pharrell and Lil
No,
Wayne
I
did that
said
first.
the Middle Eastern scarf around the neck. That was. Oh, well, I meant neck.
You went like this.
Pharrell
I
and Wayne
meant to
didn't do it
wrap
first?
around the neck. Kanye had niggas wearing those big, like.
Wayne was wearing them a lot too.
I think Kanye might have.
Like even like Joel Santana and Dipset were wearing them a lot. Like the
Joel
scarves
Santana
and
wearing the
shit.
scarf over his head.
The Arab money.
But not, it wasn't like the scarf is different. Like the one that Joel Santana's wearing was like
Oh no, that's Busta Rhymes.
just like the straight scarf.
Speaking of Arab money, you know the song Arab Money? You know they're not actually speaking any type of Middle Eastern language or dialect in the
wanna
song.
talk about crazy
like
appropriation.
they just made that up.
That song. Yeah. That song.
Because when you listen to the song, they're not actually saying anything.
What?
In Arab Money, remember that song?
We getting Arab money.
They're not
song
saying
couldn't make
saying
today, man.
anything.
Well,
Like,
no,
they
they're
made it
speaking
up.
a different language at
No,
one point. What are they saying?
It's not a real language. Fly la la hali hello, hello. It's not a real language.
You just cussed in a. No kidding, man. You just said some real curse
Yeah,
words.
what if
It's
said
not
something
a
wild
real
there?
language.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How do you know
There was
that?
a whole TikTok thing about it. But hella Middle Eastern people were saying, yeah, that ain't this, that ain't that, that ain't that, that ain't that. The man just went in the booth and just said something that he thought sounded Arabic, which is kind of genius when you think about it. Because you created a language.
Yeah, but is it? Because I feel it's kind of a little bit problematic, though.
It is. Because imagine if I was making a song called I'm Getting Chinese Money and I just started going crazy in the booth. Imagine what that sounded like.
Yeah.
I thought I had a list of songs
A list of songs that what?
that you couldn't make today. And
There's
Arab,
there's
a
a lot.
whole
and
bunch of
Arab- I
songs
think
and a
Arab
whole.
Money is one of those songs.
Yeah, a whole bunch of songs, a whole bunch of bars, which we won't even get into that you definitely cannot say today.
We tried doing that once.
Skrilla.
The bars.
You couldn't make Skrilla.
I'm in the club.
And my diamonds look like Tokyo. Yoing, yoing, yoing. That's pretty bad.
Almost
You think he's trying to speak Japanese?
I can't believe stir fry
He
was
said
made.
yoy,
in
yoy,
2018.
yoy.
I can't block that from my mind because there's no way that's what he thinks Japanese language sounds like.
Or, what's the J. Cole song?
No.
I'm artistic.
No, I'm on. Yeah,
That's a line. That's a line in a song.
It's a line,
That's not
but
a
that line is
song.
nuts.
The Migos had
Today.
clubs posting like apologies and stuff for themed nights and stuff because of one song.
The Migos?
Was
Stir fry.
Stir Fry big like that?
Yeah, but why was
There was
wrong
a
with
club that had a whole like a geisha like themed night, and the bottle girls
In the
had like
kitchen,
chopsticks.
Oh,
in their
really?
hand.
Just
it was
for
like,
that song?
Like you don't remember this? A club in Toronto?
No,
Yeah,
really.
I saw that. Did you see that thing where people said, yo, not for nothing, black people love appropriating things?
Yeah.
Black people love appropriating things.
Because you think about it, black people love
Anime.
Asian tattoos, Asian clothing, Asian hairstyles. Black people love Cinco de Mayo. They love, like, really, like, we think about,
We really do love Cinco de Mayo. Niggas love Cinco de Mayo, but I think the Mexicans love Cinco de Mayo.
I
Yeah.
love Cinco de Mayo.
and I heard, I think
love
it was,
Cinco de Mayo.
and I heard,
Tequila, tacos,
yeah, and I heard, I think it was
celebration.
I think on JVP, I heard it where they were like,
I'm
how
also sure it's
it
more
was a
than
thing-
just tacos
it
and
was a
tequila.
thing on-
Also, we just take what
Yes,
we
yes,
want
yes,
and just do shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It was a thing on Twitter where, you know, black people were like, oh, on Cinco de Mayo, like, this is my Mexican name.
Yeah.
Or like, today I'm
You're making
Juan.
so many. You're making so many TikToks of you being Papi Trey.
Today I'm Juan. Today I'm Hector or whatever. They're like, so what happens when it's Juneteenth and Mexican people start saying, this is my black name for Juneteenth? We can't get mad.
I'm Tyrell.
I'm DeQuavius. My name is DeQuavius. What are we going to do?
Who's DeQuavius?
He is not.
DeQuavius is the kid in that Atlanta episode. That's a crazy reference. I don't know if you did that.
I don't know, man. Black people love them some appropriation. Because I know everybody in this room knows a black person with some sort of Asian tattoo on them.
yeah.
Oh, for sure, no question. I know you.
Low-key, I
I'm
think
also,
I might be one of them now that I think about it.
You have Chinese, what, Mandarin?
I don't have like a writing, but the style of like shading that I have on my chest is like an Asian theme type of. Down your spine like an IG baddie? Like
Like
straight
a
down your
IG
spine?
body.
I don't know about that one.
Word.
That's right above the tramp stamp.
No, not that. Like in the middle. Like it stops in the middle.
Is it like just like Mandarin letters going down your spine?
Yeah, it's down my spine.
I don't know about that one, man. We're gonna let it slide.
that one.
We're gonna let it slide, but
I'm gonna get some water.
we're gonna let let it slide. We're
what's
gonna let
wrong
it
with that?
slide.
Nothing. I got a proof.
We're gonna let it slide, but hey, you know, that was kind of.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it?
No, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Yeah, it's not a problem. I'm just saying, like,
You're not gonna get Mandarin
just-
tattooed down your spine?
no. I'm just not, but that's me. And I'm. It's harder for people to see it on my skin, anyways.
That's true. How far down did your tattoo go of the Mandarin? And what does it say in Mandarin?
I'll tell you off. I don't have a mic. I'll tell you off.
Oh, okay. Well,
We'll talk about it later.
Trey has a Mandarin tattoo down his spine. It's his hottest light skin on the block.
Cause like, how do you really, like, you have to get someone. Well, I guess he probably knows people that could verify that. But
Yeah, I mean,
feel like I don't really
people
know.
just Google like translate from like English to Mandarin, like mother, and just trust that. I don't trust
It
that
says
because
duck.
Google Translate is just so it's very stiff. So
It is.
I wouldn't trust it at all. But okay, before we go into our Ask the Cast segment, before you guys, okay, so last week you guys made off air. You guys were talking about what were you guys saying? The bullshit you guys saying? The best girls or the best. What are you saying? The girls with the best personalities are like not that bad or like. Well, what I don't want to get it wrong. So what exactly were you guys
What
saying?
I was saying is the low key gems are the pretty girls who were ugly, so they had to develop their personality and then they got cute, so they're not conceited. And the girls who have been cute from young usually don't really have the best personalities because they've relied on their looks.
Okay.
And it goes for men
Yeah,
too.
that works the same
It goes
for-
for men
for
too,
men,
but that's
yeah.
what we were saying.
Okay.
I was kind of also adding on to it. It's just like that's why like people who are like have skills and talents like being funny, they usually develop that because they had to. You know, they were probably not as desirable as in a specific point of their life. Probably adolescence, and that's where you develop a sense of humor in order to attract people. You
And
know?
that
or being a
helps.
slick talker. You know, like
And that helps too. Think about the funniest people you know, they're probably not good looking.
I don't agree.
being funny is
The
a
funniest people you
it's a
know
defense
are
mechanism.
probably not good
not a
looking.
talent.
Think about it. You
Do
don't
you
have to
mean
name
like
them.
celebrity or someone that I know like in real life?
Both. They're probably not good looking. They don't have to be ugly, but they're not like, wow, that is a very good looking person. The funniest people you know. None of the funniest people I know are very good looking people. It just doesn't work that way. You don't. Plus, also, I think his name was Matt Rife said it.
I was about to bring this guy up. He looks like a
Typical
white
college.
He looks like a
white guy.
Hollister American Eagle.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
He said because he's like seen as a good looking guy. Like he said it's actually harder to be a comedian when you're good looking because no one wants to laugh at anything you say. 'Cause,
Really?
Like you're good looking. They're like, yeah, like who's this guy? Like why am I? And I can see that. If it's like some short,
So do you think
fat-
you're ugly because you're funny?
No, but I'm not. But I don't think I'm the
Funny's trauma
funniest.
too, right?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm the like. I'm sure people may think I'm funny, but like I'm not like Drewski, where like someone says your name,
Are
you
calling
automatically
Drewski
think
ugly?
Drewski ain't the best looking dude, and he would say that. He definitely would say that. But I'm not like Drewski, where like you think of me and you think, oh, he's hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
that's not really me. That's what I mean. Like the funniest
Because
people.
you're saying you're a baddie.
I don't know, Trisha. There's some people like people find you real funny, man.
Yeah, but I'm not like I think there's also different types of funny. Like
Yes.
comedian
Yes.
funny
Yeah.
is different from just like, oh, like you have a friend that's funny.
But Drewski's not comedian funny.
So what is Drewski then? If he's not
Yeah,
comedian funny, then
That's
what
true.
kind of?
Drewski is kind of like friend that's funny.
I've always
okay.
said Drewski is not a comedian. He's a social behavior analyst.
I get what you mean.
Look
Okay.
at the
Yeah, yeah,
skits.
I
he
get
All
what
the
does.
you
skits
mean.
that he
The
does,
amount of thought
yeah.
process to go into that is like, wow, you're observing some.
That's the
very
thing,
unique-
because and that's the genius part of it, because it takes a lot of thought and it doesn't at the same time, because it's things that everyone has gone through. It's
Little
just remembering it and like making a note to make a video about that.
I think he just executes it too. Like when
Yeah,
he just
he
has weird.
executes it
Like
really
if you
well.
tried explaining what white people are like when they're like showing you their dogs and telling their like names, and the way he just imitates
Yeah.
that dynamic perfectly is crazy.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, people have bad things happen to them in life, and the only way that they're able to cope through it or manage their trauma is by laughing it off or making a joke out of it.
Yeah.
Roman Roy, that guy just
Yeah,
he knows
from
how
Succession.
to make a joke out of everything.
Most comedy is self-deprecating. Like if people think it's funny because it's like bad things happen to you
Yeah.
or like crazy stuff happens to you.
I don't know. My point is, you guys were saying that, like, the funniest girls that or whatever, like the low-key gems and, like, the girls with the personalities are, like, usually not the baddest ones. And then there was this, like, clip, I don't know if it's real or not, that was released on Twitter about Drake saying that, like, he needs a girl that he can relate to and, he doesn't want a girl who's just bad because their personality is just being bad and that's not enough or whatever.
I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
Yeah.
yes, but
100%.
you guys still thirst over those like bad archetype girls.
To have sex with them.
Keeping it a stack. All right.
Like,
Keeping it a stack.
what are we talking about here? Open and closed case. We want to have sex with them, and that's it.
Open and shut case, Johnson.
Like,
Yeah, but I feel like
Sprinkle some crack on.
because
That's
those
all.
girls, you guys would still take those girls out and date them or entertain them. So you're gonna do all of that just to fuck them? No.
do you know who men are?
Oh my god!
Do you know who men are?
Have you met
really,
men?
I really tried to paint you guys in a better light, and you're not letting me.
Not all of
You
us.
guys, I'm trying to, for once in my life, I'm trying to put men on a pedestal.
She said, what? You're gonna go out and entertain and talk to this girl just to have sex with her?
Who the fuck would do that? You gotta pick your battles better, though.
Let me tell you, yes. The answer is yes.
No! Hold on. You guys are fucked. You guys are fucked. Oh my God.
Jasur cut through like 8 minutes of conversation just by stating that. We
God.
got to the point on that one.
No. But like,
What else you want to know? Yeah.
yo, men are not good people. Like, I feel
They're not the greatest. They're not the greatest.
No shit!
Not reputable people.
Raw wars, though. Raw wars.
Yeah, pick the better
But
battles.
I'm saying, I'm trying to entice you guys
No.
to make yourselves look a little better. I'm saying, you're not gonna try to play with a girl, take her out and entertain her if you only want to fuck, and just right here like, goddamn, I do. I take her
I'm
wherever
just
she
saying,
wants.
like-
if she gonna give me some pussy after.
I'm just saying that's just
Nigga.
the way that a lot of guys think. Guys will move hell and high water to have sex with a girl, and then after that, it's different. That's why people say you really don't know how a guy feels about you until after you guys have sex. Because afterwards, if he still rocks with you, still likes you, still talks to you with everything, then he actually,
You think so?
I think so.
That's
Not
a
in a
shitty way to
I-
think about that.
Yeah, I hate
though.
that as a general rule,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of
There's a lot of truth.
there's a lot of truth to that.
But don't girls always say like before a guy smashes, he's the nicest guy in the world compared to after?
Yes and
hear that a
no.
lot.
If I rate you, then I'm still gonna, maintain. But if it wasn't that, then it just
You'll
wasn't
find out
that.
who he really is.
But I don't get it because someone tagged me in a TikTok recently, I guess to discuss this on the pod, where this guy was saying on another podcast, I don't know where it was, sorry, but he was basically like, oh, he only wants a girl who is sought out after by other men. Like, he doesn't want a girl who's not wanted. But it's like, that is
That's
just like,
strange.
what? Like, I don't get it.
See,
So-
but usually that's usually what girls
find
say.
it.
I
But
think
that's
this
usually what
correlates
girls.
to body count, like that.
But that's usually what girls say, not guys. Like girls don't want a guy that no girl wants. But usually it's the opposite. Guys would prefer to have a girl that no one has quote unquote touched.
But it's not about touching. It's about, maybe mad niggas want to fuck her, mad niggas, whatever, but she's not like that. But she's still sought after. Like, niggas foam over her.
I feel like any girl that's good looking, even if they're not good looking, if any girl that has like something about her is going to be sought after. Because there's like a million, like, guys are on it.
I was talking about this with a homie because he was kind of saying how he wants like a girl with a low body count, and it's like, how could you after 10? And I'm like, how could she, like, realistically, like, could she become good at it? Like,
right.
Like, with so few partners that you want, like, in a very unrealistic.
But
like,
do you think it takes a lot? I don't think it takes a lot of partners to be good at it.
I don't think so.
It definitely takes more than one.
Yeah.
But I don't think it takes like a crazy amount of After a while, sex is like riding a bike. Like, you know what you're doing. I think so. I think
for women, maybe.
Yeah.
For women, maybe.
But my thing is, you're not gonna lose it. Like, for example,
I think it's more like playing basketball.
No, when I say riding a bike, I mean like you cannot ride a bike for 5 years and get on it, and you know how. You might be a little swayed, but you know how to get on it and balance and ride to your destination. I feel like if you don't have sex for 6 months, but I finally get some dick, I know what I'm doing. Like, it's gonna, like, I know what to do to make him come, or how to, whatever, to feel him out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's different for girls than guys, because you guys are all individually so different.
So are men, though, for sure. Men are definitely different.
but not as different as y'all. Like, you could, that's what I'm saying. You could pretty much do the same thing to every guy and get a good result. For the most part, for a majority, you could do the same thing and get a good result.
Like, guys will say not every girl can make them nut off head, but if there's a girl that is able to make one guy nut off head, she could probably make every guy do that.
Really?
Probably.
Like, I just feel like it's way easier.
I feel like a lot, like, dicks are very different. Like, I feel like it takes a lot. Have you seen that tweet where the guy was like, I think it was a TikTok that made it onto Twitter, and this guy was like, oh, like, when the 10 out of 10 comes over and you can't get it up or something like that. But it's like, yeah, there's situations where, like, yeah, some men just have, like, I don't know if it's erectile dysfunction or whatever it is, but some men, like, they can't last, or like it can't stay up, or like things like that.
But that has nothing to do with your performance towards them. That's what I'm talking about.
That's their poor lifestyle habits, like, seeping into their sex life.
Or not necessarily, or that's just a mental block.
Yeah, literally, it's simple.
What is this mental block?
Because that's, like, it can go on both ways, and it's actually crazy.
Man.
Because, for instance,
you can... If a baddie comes into your room, grabs your dick, and your dick just doesn't get hard, what is the mental block that's
You could be so nervous.
There's a lot of pressure.
Really?
Like,
you could be so anxious that, like, you're thinking about it so much that it's not working.
Women need to think, like, sex for women, like, it's all just receiving, As a man, you gotta, like, like, there's a big performance, like, anxiety aspect to it.
Yes, it's the performance anxiety aspect of it, where if it's especially if it's someone, say, who's not really had a lot of sex, or a virgin or something, you have to think about it. As a guy, that's a very, like, nervous, that's a anxiety inducing thing, because you know that you have to perform. Like, sex, you are the one getting judged here, not really the girl. And because everything technically is your fault if things happen or don't happen. And that'll put a lot of pressure on a guy. Because if a guy can't get it up, girls say that's his fault. But if a girl doesn't get wet, girls say it's the guy's fault. So how is that the same? How does that make sense?
I mean,
how is it both our faults?
I also think, just for that, like, exact situation, not getting it up, I think there's a lot of guys that just watch too much porn.
That is a thing too.
Or they use we had a whole episode.
The pocket pussy?
The blue chew,
the honey.
The packs.
Yeah.
Like, they be, like, their
perks.
body's all fucked up, their mind's all fucked up about sex, and they have unrealistic perspectives on it, and drugs, all that.
And perks
shit.
make you have, like, your dick hard longer.
Yeah. And even that, the opposite way, some girls that use toys too much and kind of, like,
get desensitized,
like, desensitize themselves, it's still our fault that we can't make you. Like,
you can't. Okay, I won't lie. You can't really I mean, you can kind of desensitize yourself when it comes to toys, but women, like, you have to learn how to extend your orgasm with using toys. Because like if I put my vibrator on to like the highest setting and just put it directly on my clit, I'm going to nut in like 4 seconds. Like
Yeah.
what happens.
And we
you
can't
have to
compare
learn
to
like
that.
as a woman. And I think when we had Claudia on in season 2, I think she called it like etching or something like that. Like it's about like extending your orgasm when you self pleasure. Like you have to, you know, maybe don't turn up all the way. Like start from the top and go to the bottom. Like you can't just like.
And
Yeah.
the guy version of that is the guy that watches his perfect cocktail genre
Yeah.
of porn.
Bookmarked,
perfect cocktail.
bookmarked
Yeah,
videos.
yeah, like-
What's a cocktail?
I mean, like, I don't know. He
Like a mix.
he likes a
He's speaking
Latina that
speaking
does this
metaphorically.
in, you know, like different boxes that he's checking for his genre.
So it's
his
like hot
porn.
Latina sucks big black.
Hot Latina with Asian accent or whatever his weird fetish is that he watches, his bookmark, you know, he's used to that every single time and he can get him.
That came off your tongue way too fast. That is in your search history.
Or also,
That is in your search history.
It's not. Cocktail. I was using a word to describe a medley of like whatever.
I got you.
or also in the same vein, like guys that watch porn and they beat their meat and they like nut in 10 seconds.
That's
And then
You can nut in 10 seconds. Well, I mean, I know that, but like by you just using your hand,
can you not nut in 10
But I
seconds if
feel
you
like
do
the-
the right thing?
not by my hand, no.
But just in general.
If I'm using my vibrator on level 20, for sure.
I'm sure
But to
there's-
just like finger myself, absolutely not.
well, yeah. But I feel like there's certain mans like you could do that.
The sensation's way different.
Like, yeah, I think certain mans could do that. So it's like if you're watching porn and you nut in 10 seconds every time you watch porn, like, because you're just doing it quick.
Yeah.
When you go to have sex with an actual person, that's going to translate.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still going to nut in 10 seconds.
And it's not the cocktail you're used to.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I feel like people need to give men a break. Because I feel like I'm not even going to lie. All right, let's be real. Let's be real here. Okay?
All right.
I've been in that situation
Where
where,
you, what, a baddie
where
comes over?
I've just been in my head so much that I had to go to the bathroom and like look at myself and be like, bro, okay, like you need to relax. Like just clear your head. Like just, you know, like it's cool. You have to like
Give
talk
yourself a
yourself
pep
out
talk.
of it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's cool. It's like, it's just a girl. Just calm down. She's a regular person. You're just chilling, you know, don't get too worried. Because you can overthink, like you can be like, yo, I have to perform so well that you won't perform at all. Like your body will set you up like that.
That
Or it's
mirror
like,
pep talk can be
yeah,
real.
or it's one of those times where it's like, you know, when this girl's coming over, it's like, damn, like I have to go crazy. And if that's in your mind, it can work against you. That's why realistically, it's kind of better to like not really care. So your body, you can just be natural. When you're overthinking it, that's
Overthinking's
when,
not good for sex. Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
From a man's perspective, at least.
Yeah.
Like, you know, overthinking.
because your body will set you up. I've had that,
I hear
Likewise.
that.
and
But
it sucks.
Yeah, it's not cool.
It's embarrassing.
or you just can't get it up. No matter
That's
how
very,
hard.
very rare, but it's happened before. Or just like something is going on that's blocking you. I remember there was one time. All right, let me tell this story.
Shit, we
So
getting real.
there was one time back, like, when was this? I would say it was probably like 2016, 2015 maybe, where there was a girl that I was cool with, like one of my homegirls, and she had a homegirl that kind of like, you know, had a thing for me. And they went to a school that should remain nameless, right? A college.
in high school?
No, a college that
okay.
should remain nameless, right? And we used to go visit that college a lot to turn up. So one day, she hit me up and she's like, yo, what are you saying this Saturday? I'm like, nah, I'm chilling. She's like, all right, pull up to like the school. Like, y'all come. I'm like, why? What's going on? She's like, I need you for my friend. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, bro, just pull up. Like, we literally just need your dick. And I'm like, huh?
The girl said we literally just need your dick.
That's what she told me, because her friend wasn't really the most like experienced. She was a beautiful girl, but she was just one of those like, you know, those like good looking, but like kind of awkward-ish type of girls. So she wasn't really, you know, so she's like, bro, we need you to just, you know, like shake the rust off.
What?
type thing. And I was like,
Knock the dust
all right.
off.
I was like, all right. So we went. So I was staying that night, right? So we went out and we're turning up or whatever. And like, I just got the biggest headache I've ever had in my entire life.
While
Like,
you were turning up?
yeah, like I don't know what we drank or what it was. I got like a migraine. Like I had a crazy migraine. So I went back to the crib and remember, like this girl is expecting that like things are going in.
Yeah.
But I'm telling her like, yo, I'm not even gonna lie, like today might not be the day. Like I'm not in it. But she's like, nah,
Yeah,
like
at
yo,
that
like
point,
we
you can't
gotta
say
like,
that.
I
yo,
won't
we
lie.
gotta.
Yeah, as a woman, when you hear like,
And I'm like, oh, like, so I'm trying to just muster up the strength. And I mustered up the strength, but it definitely was not my best efforts at all. She got like 60% velocity.
You're used to 30 a game.
If you
It
know
was
what
a
I
light
if you know what I
18,
mean.
20.
She got 60% on the chart. Oh my God. I should, and the thing that I don't like about that is like if this is your first introduction to me, like I don't want your first introduction to be the 60%. If the 60% is like the second or third time where it's like I went crazy the first time, it's like you at least know what I could do. But this is your first introduction. It's like this isn't my best, but like right now I'm fighting for my life.
You see the pressure that we deal with?
Cause think about it, yeah, that's pressure. Cause think about it. If it was the other way around and you lined up something with a man and you got there and you were like, yo, honestly, like my head hurts. I'm not really with it. He can't like press you to be
can't be
like,
like,
nah,
oh,
let's just do it.
yeah.
But,
But I
we
won't
can't.
lie. As a woman, when you hear like, oh, like my head hurts, like you're kind of like, oh my God. Like, I don't know why
I
sometimes
have
it's
a
like,
vein busting out my head right now. Like you can see it.
yeah, sometimes like you hear it and like the same thing when like women or when guys like can't get it up. Like it happens sometimes. And when I'm like, it's happened to me once. I'm like, bro, like this nigga does not like me. Like it is what it is. And then like, he's like, no. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. And that was it. Like, I'm like, bro, a lot of women like me, I would take it personally. Like, okay, like if I'm here and your dick can't get hard, then like, okay.
And that is, and we know that. And that's even more pressure on us. Like it's just a big ball of pressure.
I feel like there's also something that
Pause.
this probably happens more with women in this context, but like I'm curious, 'cause, like if this happens to you, like you ever just had girls that don't understand foreplay? You know, like that's a reality. There's a lot of women that just feel like, okay, I'm the woman.
I'm here,
present.
so this is
you
enough.
should be on brick like 10,000 because I'm in the same
yes,
room as you.
yes.
You know?
I've
like,
had
you're not
this-
doing anything. Like you're almost making this more awkward just
Facts.
off the fact that you think your presence is like all you need to do. You
And
know?
that's sometimes that's even worse. I had this
Yes.
talk with my homies where it's like, yo, I'm not 16 anymore. You can't just touch my leg and I'm bricked.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. I'm a grown man now. It doesn't work like that. Like you're gonna have to, rev the engine a little bit.
at least reciprocate energy, you know? Like you can't be like stush. Like,
Some girls,
all right, perform, nigga. Like I know. Like,
some girls are like that. I've literally been in that situation where I'm in the bed with a girl and she just turns to me and she's like, all right, I'm ready. And I'm like, what do you like? What am I supposed to
this
do
how
with
it happens
that?
for you?
Get your dick hard.
Like,
No,
how?
I'm kidding.
No, but like
I'm
some
kidding.
girls are like that, where they just expect you to just be able to just.
But that doesn't make sense because even for her, like, how is she getting? Is she just wet off rip? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
You do foreplay.
But that's my point. So she, like, you need to do foreplay.
Yeah.
So why is she turning around about I'm ready, girl? We need to do something.
But she wants you to. But you know how like you can. There's a little bit of foreplay where you can get it to that level where sometimes even like if you're just making out, you could kind of be ready a little bit.
But making out is only gonna get me like so far,
Yeah.
Like,
but it
it's
at least
not-
gets you started though.
for sure.
Yeah. So that's
But
what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
Like,
as an adult, making out is only getting me like not.
and I'm saying as an adult, you can't just rub on my leg and think that that's gonna be enough.
You gotta grab the dick and pull it.
Okay.
Yank it. That's what you call them, the yankers.
Nice full little circle there.
Yeah, the yankers got a yank, man.
That's my point. So
Yeah.
instead of grabbing his thigh, ladies, you gotta grab the dick with not force, but
Like, why are you
you gotta
adding
grab
things?
it with conviction, like it's yours. Right?
I don't know where you're going with this, but
Because you're saying a rub on the thigh is not gonna do much. So
just
obviously,
simple, just like he said, just reciprocated energy.
okay, like how?
if I'm doing something, then you do something. That's yo. It's that
go bar
simple.
for bar. Like,
yeah,
let's
let's go
go.
bar for bar.
What did you say after last week's episode? You said a girl, you didn't have sex with her because you guys, was it like a head stalemate? Like she wouldn't give you head, you wouldn't give her head. So you guys didn't have sex.
No, I think you're confusing two different stories. You're thinking of
What a wild thing that came through.
Literally.
you're thinking of the story where the girl tried to push my head down and I was fighting it. And then the other story where I said me and the girl, we didn't end up hooking up because she didn't want to,
Right.
give the Oochie Wally.
Is it Oochie Wally or one mic?
Yeah, you need to Oochie Wally this one, Mike. And she didn't want
Nah,
to.
let's give let's.
And that was the issue.
man
Because I feel like
himself,
as a grown
he's
person, like, what do you mean you're not? Like, come
I
on,
agree.
bro.
We're adults.
We're
here. Grow
adults.
up.
And you should not be having sex with someone that you wouldn't do all the foreplay with.
I feel like there's situations for sure where like men are saying they won't do it, and if the men won't do it, and the women won't do it, and then now you guys are just sitting in each other's face, just staring at each other.
You're like Diddy and that guy on that talent show.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Everyone just
But I
staring.
get that, though. I get if, like, I say I won't do it, then you're like, okay, well, you won't do it. But I was about it.
Yeah.
I was about it. It's you. So I'm like, bro, what are you, like, come on, bro.
And she just said, "No, I'm not sucking your dick."
She's like, oh. No, she was one of those girls where it's like, oh, only my boyfriend. Get out of here, man. Go home.
Yeah, I don't really understand that
Only
either.
my
The
boyfriend.
Only my boyfriend.
We're adults. You're 29. No, only my boyfriend.
Was she 29? That mentality is childish. But also like
It's actually, I feel like that's happened more than once. Yeah, I won't even put that on that one girl. That's happened more than once.
girls say she's not sucking your dick.
The girls who are like, oh, only my boyfriend type girls.
But
So it's
what,
like,
what,
do we-
what I don't understand what that like. What does that mean? Like, what does that do for you? Like, only your boyfriend. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
So you should have been okay. You're my girlfriend tonight.
But like, I don't understand how you will. But I
That's what I would have said. All right, let's date.
I just don't understand how you'll have sex.
Oh God, I would have been a let's date.
Were you not the one that just said, how can a guy take a girl out and do all these things and just to have sex with her?
I don't have masculine energy.
You just
Fuck
told a
outta
girl,
here,
yo,
so.
let's date. Just so you could get some dough.
You became a nigga when you were in a nigga's shoes.
Just so you could get some dough.
Just so you get to that. Cause like these fucking
You
for
got in
real.
a relationship just to get some dough.
If a man said I'm not eating that unless you're my girlfriend, all right, I'll be your
All
girl.
right, we're together.
Like, we
We
go
might break
together.
up after, but-
we go together real bad. Me and you. Give me some head now. What the fuck?
But yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And also, like, before we move on to the Ask the Cast segment, the whole pushing of the head thing, if you're going to guide someone's head,
That's what I said. You need to be 187% sure. You need to be 300% sure if you're ever going to push someone's head that they're about it.
yeah, exactly. If you're going to guide someone's head to your lower region, like, you have to make sure that this person is 150,000% ready and willing and going to execute. Because I promise you, Tresor,
Or you end up like what happened with me. So for you guys I don't know, I told them the story how I was in a situation with this girl at a party and things were getting hot and heavy and she tried to push me down to lick the lollipop, if you know what I mean.
She tried to alpha you.
She tried to, make me
A munch.
Yeah, she tried to turn me into a munch. And she pushed my head down, but like I wasn't going. So I was like fighting back.
Resistance.
I was resisting the head push. So she kind of like started pushing with a little bit more force. So I started pushing more force back to not go down. And I think eventually she just stopped and we just
You won.
continued. Yeah,
You
I
won the
won.
tug of
Yo.
war.
I won.
I know your neck was like you were gonna pop a vein. I know your neck probably flexed so hard. Because to
Yeah.
push someone's like upper body force with your head only, just like
Man works his traps.
that is intense.
Yeah, I wasn't going.
But okay, you weren't going because
I didn't want to.
I feel you, which is a valid reason.
It wasn't one of
But
those.
why wasn't that communicated before Shorty put her head or her head?
There was
Pretty
no
bright.
communication at all. She didn't ask. It would be different if like you asked me and then I could have just told you nah. But you just physically just tried to do it.
So were you kissing?
Yeah.
And then she just pulled off kissing and just said, eat.
She tried to push me down. And I
How
didn't
far
go.
did you get down before
She thought you were feeling her.
she gave up?
I don't think I
Were
got.
you like breast level? Like belly
I don't
button?
think I got. I don't even think I got that far. I was probably like nose level.
I'm sorry you were subjected to that, Tresor.
That was fucked up. I'm not gonna hold you. That's why.
Yeah. Because if it was the other way around, if I'm
Exactly.
pushing the girls' heads
Yeah,
down,
that's crazy.
I'd be in the bin. I would be in the bin.
I don't think you'd be in the bin.
I would be in the bin.
You're so dramatic.
He'd be in the pen.
You would not be in the bin.
Yes.
be in the
If
bin.
I was pushing girls' heads down, I would be in the slammer right now.
Okay, but I don't think she's doing it to like bare like she's not like a serial pusher head downer. Like that's
You don't know that.
That's
She
right.
can do this to everybody. And also, this isn't the place for that. Like, we were in a room at a party. Am
Yeah.
I just some common Jezebel? Like, why would I do that? I'm not a harlot. Treat me with some class and respect. You think I'm munching at a party upstairs? So you could go downstairs and tell your friends, yeah, I just got munched upstairs at the party? Like, that's crazy.
What do you think this
I
is?
just got my pussy ate.
And we were young. I was like 17.
Oh damn.
That's
Okay, you didn't
wild.
say that. That's
That's
fucked.
This was in high school. Yeah.
Yeah, you
You thought
didn't
this
say
was
that.
recent.
I
No,
thought
this was
this-
in high school. She was also like 17, but this was
Fast
this was young. Like, so especially was not doing that back then.
Yeah.
No way.
Those were Itaman times.
Yeah, that's when you're
Yamaman,
getting
yeah.
roasted.
I remember you'd get roasted if you get called a Yamaman.
Why did we
Stop. Here we go.
why did we do that? Just
don't
as
know.
a culture, like
Ugh. Wasn't
why
good.
was that a thing?
Y'all were
Regressive.
really getting shamed for
The whole
literally
Itamans
pleasuring
and
women.
brainers thing was so ridiculous.
But I feel like we were also too, like I said, that's why I don't think high schoolers should be having sex, because we were too young to really understand the essence of oral sex.
But I always had an issue with the brainers thing. I always said that. I'm like, why are we shaming these girls for doing something that we want them to do? It's just the fact that they're doing it on their own accord that we don't like. Like, we want to feel like we got you to do it.
Yeah.
Why does that matter? I was never one of those people.
I mean,
But I definitely fell subject to the don't talk to her, she's a brainer.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense, because that's what I wanted anyways. Didn't make sense.
okay.
I'm actually glad I was not having sex really like throughout high school.
I feel you.
Crazy.
Okay. Let's do, to get this episode wrapped, let's do 2 or 3 of the Ask the Cast, because we got quite a bit of entries in. So the first one that we're doing was someone, okay, this is going to get like a little like, not serious, but okay, someone, it's not going to get serious.
Tomato.
Okay, so someone asked, one person asked, can you be pro-black and actively date outside your race, right? And then a separate person actually sent our like podcast Instagram account a TikTok, and it's like, hey, I want you guys to talk on this. And it was Dr. Umar, which I think is already crazy because Dr. Umar is
Very radical.
unreal, like extreme, like
We need
extremist.
to eliminate them. Fuck God.
No, they're going to sleep.
Ironically, very funny, but you're calling for an unironic conversation
Yes.
about Dr. Umar right now. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, another listener sent us a TikTok like, hey, can you guys talk on this? I want to hear your thoughts, right? Dr. Umar was basically saying, you can't be pro-black and actively date outside your race, because when you marry outside your race, you marry into that community, right? So you also, if you marry Asian, you're also marrying to the Asian community. You're going to have kids who are also half Asian, and they're going to have to learn about other things. If you marry Jewish, you have to marry into the Jewish community and you practice Jewish faith and whatever. Anything you marry into, you become a part of that community, right? So, and I think we touched on this before a little bit about if you can be pro-black and date outside your race. I think you can be pro-black to a certain extent. I don't think you can be pro-black like all the way, you know what I'm saying? Like fight for my people through, because at the end of the day, you're like half of your children is a part of another community that's not black. Like you can't just diminish that. So, like I said, it's kind of like you have if this is pro-black, like y'all are like here.
Not too much on my dad now.
Sorry, but that's what I think.
Yeah.
And it's like, and my mom has this notion too, where she's like, you see all these black men like come on TV and they talk about, how they're racialized against and they have all these hardships, blah, blah, and then they come on the red carpet and their wife is white or their wife is Latina or their wife is Asian. My mom's always like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how you can be so pro-black and my people, and protect a woman, and you don't even lay with a woman who's literally a part of your race. Or you refuse to. And I think, like I said, your pro-blackness only goes so far with me. It's like Jonathan Major is now pretending to date Megan Good. Like, be fucking for real. Like, you can't. And I hate this whole, like, this black man who actively, like I said, you can date whoever the fuck you want. I don't care. But there's this PR trend lately where it's the black man who actively dates outside his race. Cool. He gets called out for it, maybe, gets into some shit, and then all of a sudden he's with a black woman. And the black woman is always lighter skinned and very desirable. Lori Harvey and Megan Good now with Jordan or Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors was with Lori Harvey?
No, but I'm saying Lori Harvey's always that woman that men turn to.
Yeah.
Like Michael B. Jordan, for example. He was outed for he only dates white women. All of a sudden he was dating Lori Harvey. Damson Idris is also like, he's with the black woman. He's always been light skinned, and then he's dating. Lori Harvey's like that. She's black enough to call her black, but she's not dark skinned, but she's still extremely desirable, so let's have people date her. I think she's a PR stunt, personally. I think she's beautiful, she's gay, whatever, but I think she's a PR stunt. This Megan Good and Jonathan Majors thing is crazy to me because, where the fuck did that come from? But regardless, like I said, my answer is you can only be so pro-black. It's not, you can't be on TV crying and preaching the power and this, and that, and then you're going to turn around and only date white women. Literally go to hell.
See, I agree with you that there's levels to it almost,
Yeah.
But so it's almost like a spectrum then. There isn't like a hard decision where it's like, okay, if you date one white woman, then that you can't be pro-black, it isn't decisive.
I don't think if you date one white woman, no. But I think if you actively date outside your race and you marry, like I said, you're gonna have half white children. You're gonna have half whatever race children. You can only teach them so much. I'm never if for example, if I ever date outside my race, I never have, but if I ever do, I have to raise my kids equally a part of their father's race as a part of mine. I'm never gonna be like, you're black and that's black is all you know. That's not fair. What if there's father's Asian? And there's a lot of more cultures outside of being black that have a huge cultural preference. If I marry an Indian man, the Indian traditions are crazy. I'm just going to erase that because my kid is black, or I'm black and my kid's going to know to be black and Jamaican, and that's it. That's not how life works.
I feel like I agree to a certain extent, but I think in certain situations it's kind of tough because say here in Toronto, where the city in itself is very multicultural, I feel like it's a little different than, I feel like Dr. Umar usually is speaking to African Americans specifically, American people, where I can maybe see how it's a little bit different, where it's you probably are surrounded by predominantly black people. So to go outside
Black Americans
your race,
are the minority.
I know, but where black Americans live in your neighborhood or your social circles, it's probably predominantly black. Most likely.
Okay.
So I feel like it's in Toronto, your social circles could be black too, but I feel like growing up in a time where the city's so multicultural and you meet people, and you're raised to appreciate different cultures and whatnot, I feel like as a guy, you could feel that way, that you're pro-black. And then I feel like you could, and I'm not even saying this is me, I'm just talking in general before people try to attack me. I feel like you could stumble upon someone from whatever race. It doesn't have to be a white woman, just anyone else that like you really click with. And then at that point is when you have to make a decision where it's like, am I going to go all the way with this? Where it's like, you could be an amazing person, but because you're not black, like I can't because of my core values that have to do with being black. Or am I just gonna love who I want to love? And this is just a person that ends up in my life at this time.
So you think you have to kind of sacrifice one for the other?
I feel like at a point it might come to that. And I feel like that might be a difficult part for someone. Because if you do meet, like what if you are a super, super pro-black guy and you meet someone who is Asian or Indian or white and they are very, I don't like using the word woke, but they're very like, you know, like aware. They're very socially aware. Yeah. They're a great person. You guys click.
This is what woke used to mean.
Yeah,
ugh,
like
I
you guys like everything just it clicks on all levels. At that point, you have to make a decision realistically.
Right.
It's like, am I gonna dub you because you're not black, or am I gonna maybe seem a type of way or go against some of my values? So I don't know. I feel like it's tough for some people. And then plus, like you said, I feel like a lot of people you may not get criticized for like dating one, like if you date one white girl. Right. But I feel like in that time period when you're dating the white girl, a lot of people are going to invalidate anything you have to say about blackness because you are dating a white girl.
You have to be
that
exceptional.
Is true.
You need to be a Childish Gambino, Jordan Peele.
But even Childish Gambino still doesn't beat the allegations.
Yeah,
like,
they still say
not at all. They definitely still call him black women hating.
But also in my personal experience, I can only speak for myself. I feel like when people have that conversation, a lot of it is about celebrities, like celebrity men and athletes and stuff. And celebrities are not the majority. Because I feel like a lot of black men that I know who are in relationships, they're in relationships with black women. Like the majority of, like I said, I can only speak for my personal experience. I would probably say 75% of guys that I know who are dating, like with someone right now, they're with a black woman. That's just my life. I'm not saying that's true for everyone. That's just my life. And I feel like even though we don't highlight, you know how we like people kind of try to, this guy's dating a white girl, this guy's dating a white girl, but we never highlight the athletes that are with black women.
That's not true. They definitely do.
Do we?
Yeah.
If they, I don't know.
Yeah, we do.
Well, it's not, they might get highlighted, but it's not, the spotlight is not as on it as it is on the ones who are not dating black women. I feel like people, like you said, people talk about Michael B. Jordan and Damson and Jonathan Majors way more than they'll mention like LeBron's with a black woman or D-Wade's.
That's not true because they hype Savannah James left, right, and center about Black Queen and, you know, this is
Now
LeBron's wife.
Just now they do.
That's true. Maybe now, yeah. But
that's just in my observation. I'm open to being wrong. This is just, I'm putting all of the disclaimers out there. I'm just saying.
I think, well, me personally, I know a lot of men who are, like, for example, I went to my friend's birthday dinner, and all of his friends were not with black women. Like, they all had their girlfriends, and none of them were black.
And are you talking about, and when you're saying that, do you mean like by your description, like if either you're mixed race or you're black, or like
they were all non-black, like not completely. Even mixed race, they were completely non-black.
Okay,
like Latina, like not black. When I say Latina, like what, not Afro-Latina, like white Latina, non-black. And a lot of men and I tweeted this, and I actually deleted it because people were getting so out of hand with it. I think almost all, if not most of the men who are part of the millennial generation in my family are married to non-black women or with non-black women, which to me I think is kind of crazy. That like, and the one who does date black women doesn't have any kids yet. But it's like, I just don't understand. Like, to me, it's like you're telling me, like, out of all the men in my family, and you've all been, like, you're all products of black relationships because all of your fathers and your mothers are black, like our fathers and mothers are black. I don't understand where the disconnect happened, where most of the men decided to just marry and date non-black women. Like, I don't get the and then obviously people, you know, on Twitter, people pulled up because, like I said, and I've said this countless times before. I've always said my thing is I never once said white people are unattractive and they're ugly, because there's some good-looking white men out there. Travis Kelce being one of them.
Oh, yeah,
I definitely have. They were pulling up my Travis Kelce tweet. Put me off. I said, "Yo, there's nothing wrong." Like, I never once said white men are unattractive. Travis Kelce is a handsome white man, but I don't think I would ever be with Travis Kelce because I just think there's so many other factors outside of you just being handsome and white.
Yeah. See, but that's what I'm saying, where I said it might get to a point where you make a decision, because what if it is someone who checks all of your boxes, but they're white?
But one of my boxes is black.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They check all of the boxes except
Right.
for the race box.
Right.
Is that is that one unchecked box big enough to take precedent over all the other boxes? Is what I'm asking.
It also depends on what kind of white. Because I said I would also put rate, like, culture is bigger
No, but
than.
we're not. We're
No,
talking about
listen.
just non-black.
Yes,
I'm
but
not even just talking
culture
about white.
to me is bigger than race. If it's a white
Yeah.
Jamaican, I would be way more open to dating a white Jamaican than like a white Canadian.
See, but that's kind of changing the conversation. We're talking about race.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about culture, because it doesn't have to be white. I'm just talking about someone who's not black. If they check all of your boxes except for the race box, is that enough to not be with them? I'm asking.
It's an important box.
It's a very important box. For me, it's a very important box.
Yeah. And to some people, it could
And
be.
I'm not
And
going to
some
say,
people,
you
it's
know, I'm not going to, one thing about me, I've learned to never say never, but it is a very, like, it will take a lot. Like I said,
I
culturally,
agree.
like, it would take a lot for me to date someone who's not black.
I
or
agree.
marry someone who's not black.
I agree. I feel like when you're younger, or I can only speak for in my experience, I feel like when you're younger, like, you're just, like, when you see the media and stuff, you kind of fall into that.
Yeah.
But I felt like the older I've gotten, I've said, like, yo, I don't really see myself being with someone who's not black, or at least like you're black, you know? Like, if I'm not talking like Zoe, like, saying, oh, if you're not, if you're mixed with whatever,
I know
you're
you
not
mean.
black. You know what I mean, right? If you're like,
Wait, you're not talking about me, what?
like, you know how you said, how you say if you are mixed with something else, technically you're not whatever. I don't want to get into the whole conversation, but your definition,
As being biracial, right? Okay.
I feel like if there's no black anywhere, I'm not really rolling still.
Obviously, biracial would be like someone who's half black, half Indian, or half black. It'd
Yeah.
definitely be easier for me to date than someone who's just like, you know, full, like, there's no black at all. Like,
Yeah.
you have no idea the black experience at all. Like, that would be a little bit difficult for me.
Yeah. I also feel like it depends on where you're looking. Like, if you have that on where it's like, I'm like, this is my intention, like, I'm looking at this pool of candidates,
Right.
then you're only going to get that pool of candidates. So, like, of course. But I feel like men more than women, like, will look farther out. You know? Because I feel like guys, like, when they see a baddie, they just see a baddie.
Everybody
Yeah.
needs to look like.
Like, I see guys just see a baddie and see a baddie. And that's
Yeah.
it.
It's more universal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baddie's more universal.
One thing though, I just like. Do you remember when we did the conversation about? It's very similar to what we're talking about the black dating app. If we should have
Right.
all black dating apps,
And they said
stuff.
that there was one. I remember people were saying, oh, there is one. I forgot what it's called. It was called, like, black.
So like with Dr. Umar's,
Say it was called black.
I think it was called black, or what was it called?
BLK.
BLK or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Like, dead ass.
I remember, I think back to that conversation and just the whole Dr. Umar thing where he's kind of like very radical towards black men, saying like, no, you should not be looking anywhere in the direction of white women. Snow
You
bunnies.
lock eyes with a white woman, you are sick.
Yeah. It's funny, like, kind of ironically.
Extremist.
But then if you take it serious, right? If you were to
Right.
like take that sort of approach to it, and it's like, do you feel as a black woman like it's almost patronizing? It's almost like okay, let's lower the rim to 9 feet for them. Like, in that, if that, you know, sort of mentality was supposed to radically be adapted for black men.
What do you mean? Like,
It's like when we were talking about the black dating app, it was
Yeah.
we were also talking about biracial people like not being included in it. No, it's not. It's not. It has nothing to
we
do.
say that?
We're talking about if
you
that,
only guys get half a membership. Anyway,
Yeah. No, so that, I think we were saying things like that too. But it was like I can't remember. we had a guest on that was kind of saying like it almost is like patron. It's like oh, you need to make a whole space. You got to do all these extra accommodations
just for us to be
it's
looked
like
at.
lowering the rim, or something like that. You know? Do you feel that like it's almost patronizing if you were to adopt?
Sometimes, because why do I feel like sometimes it's like why the hell do I feel like black men have to be spoken to or encouraged to date me? Like, that's kind of fucked. Like, do white people be like, you have to date white women, and you know white women need to be dated because the percentage of white women who are getting married are so low? Like, why do I have to convince, or why do people feel like they have to convince black men to date me? I think that's nuts. And I said, I'm not white, I'm not Indian, I'm not Asian, so I don't know what it's like in their communities, but I don't really think Asian people are convincing Asians to marry Asian people. I don't know.
I'm not in
and I don't know
other...
if Indian people are really having to, like, are people really convincing Indian men to marry Indian women?
But okay,
I'm sure there are. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are men out there.
But here's the difference, though. In some religions, or cultures, and I'm not a part of it, so I'm only speaking from the outside.
Yeah.
What about people who are in families or are in cultures where it's ingrained from them from their birth that you are marrying this person and you do not have a choice?
Right.
You don't even really get to exercise your options.
You're right.
So can you really be included in that type of statistic if from when I'm born, if I'm Indian, my mom and father are telling me you are marrying an Indian person and I might be the one to find who it is?
Right.
I'm not even going to try.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't really feel like the way that in the black community that like, oh, like black men, I feel like are being like coached or like being put where they feel like they like, I don't want anyone
Doesn't
to
that almost feel like it looks crazy.
It does look crazy, but it's also like why, like, I don't know where the disconnect is where black men just don't, or not, I'm not saying all, you know, where a certain percentage of black men just don't feel like I don't want to date black women. Like, I don't get it. And all the excuses that I've heard, it's not cutting it for me. Like, I genuinely don't understand.
I think all of this stuff, like, it just goes so deep.
It does. And it's way too deep to even get into.
It just goes so deep on both sides that it's a tough conversation to have.
But you're right. It does get patronizing because it's like, why the fuck, like, am I trying, like, why are we trying?
Okay, guys, no more white, only the black girls because we know they need it. Like, it sounds like that.
That's exactly what it sounds like. Sometimes it's like, bro, I'm not here to convince any man to date black. Like, are you stupid? Like, if you don't date black, that's on you.
It sounds
I
like,
don't give a fuck. And I can feel how I want to feel about it. I'm not going to force you to do whatever, but if you're not going to date black women, that's completely on you. But like, don't expect me to feel a way about it.
Dr. Umar be sounding like he's asking black men to take one for the team sometimes. It's like,
yes and
it's like
no.
fucked up.
I don't think take one for the team, but he's.
If you were to look at it realistically, what he's saying, you know, if you
I feel like he's trying to tell black men to like wake up, but it's also like why do you tell them to wake up? Like what are they? Why are they even sleeping? Like where even come to that point where you tell them to like, yo, there are beautiful black women. Like why do you have to tell someone there are beautiful black women in front of you? Like why can't they just see that?
That's the issue. Yeah.
I don't know. Not feeling it. But that was a Ask the Cast situation.
Shout out to whoever did that.
Yeah. And the second one was, we'll do 6. We have so many. The second one was why the second one that we did was why are girls not honest with their friends?
Oh, shit, yeah. You got to ask the girls.
And I asked the person to be more elaborate on it. And they were saying, like, you know, the situations where, you know, maybe women don't tell their friends, like, hey, you're the problem in your relationship, or like, you're the one who is maybe pushing this guy away, or you're the reason why this breakup is happening. Girls are more coddlers when it comes to their friendship, and there's not a lot of brutal honesty, which I see and I don't see, because there's definitely situations where I'm the brutally honest friend, like to the point where people are like, yo, like, that was fucked, but like, I'm going to tell you shit. Like, if you're being an idiot, I'm going to tell you you're being an idiot. And if I'm telling you you're doing something wrong with your man, if you ask me for my advice, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that was completely wrong. But I've seen other friends who go like, no, like that was like, no, that's totally, it's like, it's not valid though. So I do understand, and I don't know from a guy's standpoint how you guys feel, but I do think there's situations where sometimes as women, we want to coddle. I don't know if we're afraid of the backlash we're gonna get, or the sensitivity of the situation, or we don't want to look a certain way, or, you know, we're kind of there to just be like that support system. But I feel like sometimes in women friendships, we do have to sometimes be like, a little bit more honest as to what the hell is going on when that space is warranted, like when it's asked for. So if my friend comes to me like, hey, like, you know, this situation between me and my man, or, you know, whatever, I can tell you straight up, like, that's actually fucked up because you did that.
I don't find that in my experience. Like, I feel like a lot of the women I know have like your perspective on their friendships. You know?
Really? With women or men?
And I feel like it's a stereotype almost, maybe not a stereotype, but like a narrative that rings very true about men, how they just let their friendships skate by all the time, you know, like,
yeah.
Like enabling almost, you know. I guess it's a little, what was the word that we were saying? How was this being described? Like you're coddling?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like, I don't know, it's kind of synonymous. But I don't think women do. I almost feel like it's different. I feel like women be holding each other more accountable, and they cut off and dead off their relationships when things like that arise. At least in my, like...
Yeah. But
I think that's from the perspective of, like, within conflict, though. I think the why do women lie to their friends thing is more in, like, a positive reinforcement type of way.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Like, girls will gas their friends, or girls will be like, oh, you don't need to change. He's wrong. Someone will find
the
you.
rapper mentality.
For sure. And I got to a point where I noticed I will comment on, like, it was just, or you have no lineup. Like, your hair looks terrible today. Like, I could just sort of easily.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I'm just saying, like, I could say that easily to you that if my friend had a shit wig.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like,
It's
girl,
a sensitivity
It's
thing.
a sensitivity thing. But I feel like it's true. Like, we do have that coddle, especially because now, you know, women and, you know, on social media and, like, judging their bodies.
Women empowerment.
Judging
body
their bodies. Their
positivity.
looks, blah, blah. But there's a situation where my friends have had, like, bro, like, that hairstyle is shit. Like, no. Like, don't do that again. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I want that brutal honesty, too. Like, if you don't like, if my hair is really not good or this color is not good, tell me. If this outfit shit, tell me.
Is that not what a good friend is?
Yes. But a lot of the time, as women, we get stuck in this, like, coddling sensitivity. Like, oh, I don't want to look a certain way. I don't want to say
Or
this
be
outfit's trash.
offensive and
Like, sometimes
whatever.
I'm like, yo, like, why are you wearing that? Or, like, why'd you do that? Or, like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, sometimes maybe, like, you know, but I say only when it's asked. Like, oh, like, do you like this outfit? If I say no,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be in a position where I'm scared to say no. Or like, oh, is this wig good? No. I can see the lace is booming.
I feel like that's a good friend. But some people can't handle the brutal honesty.
For sure. Because it's gotten me in
for
trouble a lot of times.
I would want my friend to be like, yo, your breath kind of stinks. Or, yo, you have something in your teeth. Or, like, just tell me.
Well, that is like, that's simple. That you have to do. Because, like, if we're going out, I'm never going to let you
Even
go.
a lot of people are still afraid to do that.
That's crazy.
Or be like, yo, that picture looks crazy. Take it down.
Dudes
Yeah.
would don't be telling their friends that they turn into Dustin.
Yeah.
You know?
Or if you see your friend, like, wild on social media, like, dog, what are you doing? Like, why are you posting that? Like, why are you moving like that?
But you know how you said how, well, that is the whole kind of the argument on social media about how girls will say that guys just let their friends do whatever and don't hold their friends accountable and whatever. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that when it comes to real friends. I just think the difference is, in my experience, I feel like men, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it is just a thing. I feel like men, we kind of let things slide more than women do because we feel like it's not that big a deal. Whether it is or it isn't, that's up to the person. But we feel like it's not that big a deal, as women will, like, they're addressing every issue that they feel is an issue. You
Bar
know?
for bar. Every
Like,
Okay.
Like, if I invited you to my birthday and you didn't come, I wouldn't think that's an issue. But some people will be like, no, this is a big issue. This is one day of the year that's supposed to be for me. I told you a month ago how all of a sudden today you're not.
That's
you
me.
don't really care about me and da-da-da. I wouldn't even think twice. If you're like, yo, I can't come, I'd be like, all right.
But even if you did kind of feel away, you could like
You
walk
probably
it
wouldn't
off.
say it.
You
Yeah,
could
you'd
walk
shake
it
it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next time I see you, you may not even think about it.
Yeah, because also I feel like as men, we're programmed toward that the shake it off mentality. Like, you just shake it off. It's like, oh, that kind of hurt, but all right, whatever. And you continue.
Not me. I'm dragging it.
Girls are gonna drag it.
I'm dragging it.
Yeah.
Only
you-
because
that's
my
you too.
birthday definitely means a lot to me. So if, like, if you're not coming out for my birthday, like, what the fuck? We're not
I don't
friends.
know. I guess
Not
it
like that
depends
shit
for
slide.
people. It depends on certain people. Because, like, that, like, to me, I don't really care about that type
Yeah.
of stuff. But I just feel like, but also I might be part of the problem because I
forget people's
hate,
birthdays.
no, not even just that, but I do sometimes, but I hate overly emotional, like, friends. Men and women. I hate overly emotional friends or people
Like,
that are like high maintenance friends.
Yeah, needy friends.
I hate that. Like you barely talk to me, you barely check up on me, and
I'm not like that at all.
Or
But
like,
if
you
I
didn't come
ask, my
here
thing is
and-
like, I'm not the high maintenance friend. We gotta talk every day, you know what I'm saying? Or we haven't talked in a week, or you haven't. I'm not like that. But if there's something that you voice that you need me there for, you want me to be a part of, I will do it. And if I voice that, like, you should do it. Like, I feel like that's a certain line there. I'm like, that's the line where it's okay. Like, if it's like, hey, like, I want to do something like next Friday with like blah, blah, blah. Like, can you be there? If it's like, oh, well, you know, I can't make it. Like, it's like, I don't know. If it's really important to you and you want me there, I should do everything I can to make it there.
yeah,
Or be a part of it in whatever way.
But you'd also, for me, someone would have to state that it's very important.
For
to
sure.
them. And
Wait,
to
my
me,
birthday
I'm
is
not
very
like,
important.
I don't know. I'm not coming to every birthday.
You're not going to all your best friend? You're not going to every
but how many best, like, I'm just talking about just friends. Like, your friend spectrum across the board.
Oh yeah,
I
there's
don't
some
think
birthdays
I'm
I've
making
definitely
it
missed.
to every birthday.
Yeah, there's some birthdays that I missed for sure. But my close friends, no. If I know for sure, like, oh, you're doing this and you want me there and blah, 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 I'm going to do everything I can to make it there.
I feel you. But also, have you ever felt like, you have like close homegirls?
Yeah.
Have you, especially for the birthday thing specifically, I feel like sometimes, in my experience, tell me if you've experienced this too, birthday plans for women, as men, you kind of feel like an addition. You don't feel like you're in the plan.
I feel
It's
that.
like, okay, you're going to dinner or you're going to like a spa or something. Let's take out the spa. Let's say it's dinner and then the club. I don't feel like I'm a part of this dinner. I feel like you guys are having your dinner
This is a
and
special
I'm just
occasion.
here
Yeah.
also. Or we go to the club and you have this booth, or we're at the club and you're celebrating your birthday and I'm just here.
Yeah.
So if I feel like that, I'm just not gonna come, because I feel like sometimes where it's like, or yeah, you're at the club for your birthday. You have, maybe it's your man and his friends, or this promoter man that is hooking you guys up with whatever's going on. So your attention is wherever it is. If you have a man, it's gonna be your man and his friends who are already taking precedent over the rest of us. And I feel like as a man friend, like as a guy friend, you get lost and forgotten a
Fair.
lot. And you're just supposed to hold it.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
hear that.
that's just the, like, in my experience, I almost feel like that's the dynamic of like 90% of my homegirl friends if I go out with them or something like that.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
very few.
And like I said, and
homegirls that make me
I've
feel a
told
part of it.
Zoe this. Not that you make me feel lost or forgotten. I just feel like when you go out with just women, like a group of women, like you're kind of off to the side. Like you're not in the group, because things are going to happen, especially if it has to do with other men. I'm not included in that.
Yeah.
If we're going to the club and this guy invites your group to the booth, I can't come.
Yeah, I get that.
I do have one homegirl friend that I've gone out with and stuff, and like I remember just going out and I was like, I'm getting treated like a ting. Like this is like they were trying to pour alcohol in my mouth. And I'm
What? Men?
like,
Men!
this man, like, yeah, like I remember there was all bottles and everything, and like they were like, "You want a shot?" And I was like, "Yeah, let me see it." And they were like, "Nah, fam." And I'm like,
Oh, no.
I'm
No,
okay.
oh,
I'm like, all right, I don't know if I need
I
a
have
shot
to
that
go.
bad. I don't need a shot that badly. But I just remember
That's
being like, wow, I'm in the section. They're not like
Nah, they're trying to ting you.
people were being like nice to me and shit. Like it wasn't like a
And they said, yeah, open your mouth, nigga.
I got to that part and I was like,
Damn, that's
That's why I make the conscious effort where if there's guys around that are like with my homegirls, or like they bring their homeboys,
Yeah.
I make the effort to make everyone feel included.
Okay.
Because I hate being somewhere with other guys and you feel like you're begging to be included.
most girls don't do that for their
They
guy
don't.
friends.
We
Yeah.
just have to hold it. Or you just have to figure it out on your own. It's life.
I feel you. But that's what we have for Ask the Cast. this week. You know, someone commented on our YouTube, we need longer episodes. I said, y'all got me. I love that you guys are listening, and I love it, but y'all got me fucked up.
What more do you want?
Literally, one more.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were like, longer. People are liking the comment. I'm like, longer than 2 hours?
Give you 2 hours of our life every week.
Every
now.
week, 2 hours? There's no way you guys get more than 2 hours out of me. This is 120 minutes.
Like,
baby.
where do we go from here?
I don't know.
3 hours?
My ears are hurting. 3 hours? No way. My ears are hurting.
That's crazy.
My leg
I
hurts.
can't. I appreciate that y'all want more, which is why we're going weekly.
Yeah.
But you're getting maximum 2 hours weekly, maybe 2.5. We have a guest, and that's even pushing it. But
Yeah, that's a lot.
that's a lot. But I appreciate everyone. Thank you for writing in. We'll continue to post. Maybe we post these every month or every couple of weeks because we still have a few we haven't even gotten to. So we'll run those back for the Ask the Cast segment next week. But yeah, guys, thanks for listening to episode 10 of the Relentless Diaries. Okay. We should bring a guest on. We should bring people. We'll bring a guest on next week since we're doing weeklies, back to backs to backs to backs.
Relentless.
Why did I end like that? Why didn't you guys say anything?
Well, we were done.
Anyway, whatever.
This
Press
is
the
good.
button.
There we go.